The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bragging gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on, but that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. He knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
can I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so then
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends? Did your social credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, black jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. 15 years have I been waiting to stand up for my
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. This white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
I'm tired of you! Drops, retard. Robocock.
にゃんち
そうだ。
テレビ
つけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメスパイ
あやこれ好き
よりによって
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと
ワクワク
We've got to celebrate our differences.
I hate.
We've got to celebrate our differences.
I hate.
We've got to celebrate our differences.
So to bust a rhyme without further ado, take it away, Mary Sue.
Jesus Christ is.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
I'm just kidding. We're not going to play the clip. We're not going to play the clip. Relax. Relax. All right. All right. I'm sure a bunch of people panicked when they saw the clip. They're like, oh my God, are we going to celebrate? No. No, we're not celebrating anymore. They took it away from us. Shout out to all you guys. Welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Hypnosis. What the fuck is on your shoulders, man?
Yo.
What did you kill?
Big Shirley.
I'm saying that was Kata's mother.
Oh my God.
Yo, this. I can only imagine how he was in Vegas, man. That is wild.
Oh, he was in Vegas, let me tell you.
That is wild. Shout out to all you guys. Welcome to another episode of SNH. Yellowflash will be joining us in about 40 minutes or so, give or take. So we're going to be hanging out in the meantime. We got a lot to talk about. This week has been wild. We had two of the most insane RPGs drop pretty much back to back, which that was interesting. And of course, all the people who don't really give a fuck about gaming are trying to attack both games, and it's a good time. What the fuck is on your shoulders now?
Oh my God.
That's
He's gay.
This is insane. So before we talk about all the nonsense throughout the week, let's do our intros, ladies and gentlemen, starting with Leon, which, by the way, Leon, I don't know if you saw the chat. The chat got completely overtaken by Hondo spam.
Yeah, it warmed my heart to know. I had people messaging me about it and everything. Like, you would think that would be, but no, it was like full heartwarming, felt good. So yeah, all y'all keep doing that till the end of time. Spam that motherfucker. Do it in my chat. Do it in Hypnos chat. Do it in anybody who got a Hondo chat.
Oh yeah. Do your intro.
Yeah. As for me, back from Vegas, fully refreshed, had a blast, but now absolutely ready to torch some fake fucking anti-woke grifters. They're just trying to co-op our movement. We're gonna talk about some good games. And I just truly cannot wait to get into this. Also, good friend didn't kill herself.
Well, there goes that stream. All right, that was good. Ryan Rogerade, take it away.
Now, gamers.
Wait, since when is he ever second? Hold on, I'm sorry. Atreus, take it away.
Gamers. Yeah, with gamers.
Oh,
Carry on.
Ryan
That's
is never
Cardinals
second.
fan.
He's never first. Absolutely not. No.
oh, yeah. I'm back, guys.
Welcome back.
Yeah, the group god is here, and
How many SNHs did you miss? 2, 3?
2.
Tell this guy to calm down. He's way too excited over there.
Yeah, no, man.
No, I did not, bro. How do you kick him?
Like
You don't have. You have no power here.
Goddamn
One of you
storm,
two is
bro.
white. You kind of both equally so bad at math. I don't know which. Like,
Well, they're both black. Leave them alone.
I
Anyway,
must have some
Atreus,
fun in Vegas because he is drained.
I mean, he never has energy on SNH. He's too busy playing video games.
I mean, physically.
That's
Damn.
not true. That's
He
not
called out left or right. Holy shit.
Let's
No,
check that
that's-
Steam's friend list
That's
real
not
quick.
true. That's not true. At one point, I had a lot of energy for SNH, even when I was playing video games. But it's a lot of niggas talking, a lot of dick measuring on this motherfucker. So I just give people that space to have.
All right. So according to Steam's friend list, Atreus is in Monster Hunter Wilds. That's why you're muted. Your mic knows you're full of shit. That's right. Even your mic knows you're full of shit. You're lying right
Ridiculous.
now. Unbelievable.
I never denied playing anything. I said I was giving people.
Oh, I'm gonna play something.
To wag the dicks.
Hey, yo, what? Why you sound like that, man? He's gonna play with something, all right.
Faulty equipment. Anyway, you done? He's done. All right, perfect. Sheep City, and please bring some normalcy to us.
I got married over the last week.
Let's go. There's that normalcy we all need.
Great wedding, by the way.
Thanks. It was fun. It was phenomenal. Gary flubbed the whole script as we hoped he would, so that was amazing. Aside from that, Vegas was fun. It was pretty cool. Got to see family members I hadn't seen in years, some of them decades, and that's pretty good.
Nice.
Aside from that, it's funny. As soon as I left for Vegas, this bad boy showed up. So I read this on the way to Vegas. Monsters We Make, Corey Kenshin's manga. That's a good book. That's a really good book for a first time out the for a first time shot out the gate. Pretty damn solid. I'm looking forward to the second volume. And then on top of that, Battle Brick Road 2 showed up when I got married. So there you go. Everything just turned up good, and then we got back home, and everything's going back to normal. It's kind of depressing. It is what it is, though. That's how life works. That being said, if you guys want to see me almost like parodying myself in a safer work way, go watch my last stream. I put on like a Gollum voice and a Gilbert Gottfried voice, and then a high-pitched Elmo voice, all like within the same 2-3 minutes. It was insane.
Man, how did you not get laryngitis doing that?
I know. That's I've been doing voice work, well, without getting paid for years now, so
right.
I'm kind of used to it. That's pretty much my whole
painful.
It's not so much painful, it's just like switching between accents and like pitches and stuff like that. It really wears on like your breath, especially if you don't have that proper like breath control. So like you just start getting like kind of lightheaded, not dizzy, just lightheaded. You just get a little loopy.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I've done like whole playthroughs of games where I do the voice of every character, like Final Fantasy VII and stuff like that.
Like
it's a nightmare.
If you ever see me doing this right here in streams, just a lot of motion and stuff like that. I promise you, I'm not on cocaine. It's not cocaine. It's just I did a lot of fucking voices left and right, and now I'm just like, I need a fucking break.
Just wheezing.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's out there killing myself for the views. I do it for the love of the game. That's all I got to say.
Perfect.
Try playing Suikoden. 108 main characters in every game.
Go fuck
Good
yourself.
luck with that. Smash JT.
So I've been buried in Expedition 33, loving it, but also getting my ass kicked. Need to learn how to parry, jump, and dodge, and not necessarily in that order. It's a very fun game. I'm very excited to get back to it, but I'm also a little bit concerned because now I'm getting to the part of the game where you actually have to be good. And
man.
Now this is really
otherwise known as the Smash JT barrier to entry.
Yes.
He said I need to learn how to do every single basic mechanic of the video game. I would still suck at it. That's crazy.
It's hard, man. Like I hit the same point with Black Myth, and man, it kicked my ass. And I didn't play that one on stream. And I was looking back at that. I'm like, thank God I didn't play this on stream. That would have been embarrassing. And now here I am. I'm like, this is gonna be.
It's like,
I've been here before, bro, and this is the first time that the audience is going to see me get my ass kicked. But I'm having fun with it, and I'm getting better at parrying. I'm getting better. So, yeah, I'll leave it there.
Godspeed, man. I'm in like the 7th area or something like that. And
how many hours are you in? About
not many.
Like 7?
I'll tell you right now. I am at 10.3 hours.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'm only like 4 hours into it, so
yeah.
Oh man, to have the time to do that.
5.4 hours in.
Yeah. I've been doing 2 streams a day since it came out, so that's why.
It's like a workout. It's like
no, it's dude that
2
game.
streams a day every day.
I'll save it. I'll save it for the conversation, but that game is genuinely amazing. Kata.
What's up, everybody? It's Kata, aka a little too short. AKA Mr. When I was in Vegas, everybody, and I mean everybody, was like, yo, it was cool seeing you on Brett Cooper. It was kind of weird to see that all the entire trip. But yeah, man, it's a great time. We had a great time in Vegas. You know, me, Leon, Atreus, Sheep was there as well with his little wedding. It was nice. Meetup was awesome. You know, some of us were drunker than others, but you know, there's a
Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you.
He didn't even name any names.
Some of us were drunker than others. You know, some people can, you know, sit still in their chairs and was hitting the ground. But you know, it was fine. It was fine. Yes. Unfortunately, didn't get to suck any toes in Vegas. Unfortunately, but
hey, at least Kata, at least nobody mixed up you and Atreus when you were in Vegas, right?
Impossible.
Oh no, that's actually a lie. Ryan Cannell did.
So you're telling me you had to deal with all of that tism in person? You didn't even get any toes out of it? That sounds crazy.
Well, you know, I wasn't trying, so you know, that's all good. It's all good. So, but
You sound
it's
like
been
a
a great
Counter Strike player that just lost a round. You're like, I wasn't even trying.
Nah, this
trying
nigga
here.
called me out for this nigga called me out for being a drunk. That nigga was absolutely trying to suck toes in Las Vegas. Don't let this nigga lie to you.
Whose toes was I trying to suck?
All right,
Let's start with the Oscars for one.
Save it for New Black Street. How about that? Save it for New Black Street. God damn.
Fuck this nigga. But
Total
yes, man,
fucking
it was a great
conversation.
time. I've had a great day. I've just been playing, you know, Expedition 33. I'm not a turn-based guy at all, really, but this one is I'm fucking with it because of the real-time action that you got into it. So I'm not just sitting there letting the characters do everything. But I'm enjoying it. And yeah, man, I can't wait to talk about it. And we're gonna roast some British cigarettes as well. It's gonna be great.
Absolutely.
Words.
Cassie.
Yo, Cult Classic Cage here, aka Goonerfist. Guys, I haven't even played Expedition 33 yet.
Tough.
Me neither.
Because I've been playing freaking Elder Scrolls Oblivion this whole time. Like I've lost sleep over this game. Okay, I'm like reliving my 14-year-old fucking life.
Must be
obsessively
fucking nice.
playing Oblivion. It is quite the return to Tamriel, man. I'm fucking loving that game. I'm gonna be glazing the shit out of it and smiting the fuck out of people that dare.
At least you
say fuck
glazing
shit about it.
something. Jesus.
Hell yeah, let's go, man. So I'm happy to hang out with y'all and talk about all that.
Lord knows she ain't glazing any actual penis out here.
Oh my
God.
This guy.
I know you know it's unusual for you to not deal, you know, with people who are, you know, conduct themselves in good manner.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. You're dragging it. There's
All right.
some decent people
All right.
around me. Just not sexually decent.
Oh, also, I wanted to say.
Anyway.
I wanted to say about the reception at the wedding. Kato was there, and he can attest to this.
You actually saw him?
Yeah, he's short. But like first off, my brother hit us with a fucking speech out of nowhere, aced this shit, and I was just like, bro, how the fuck he like? My brother has that gift of gab that just like it just worked.
It was a good speech.
It was a really good speech. Yeah, I didn't cry or anything like that. I was just sitting there. I was like, how the fuck you say that about me? You know who I am? What the fuck? It was great, but like the place we went to was like this Brazilian restaurant, like a Brazilian all you can eat buffet.
Steakhouse.
Yeah, steakhouse, all you can eat buffet, and they had like these cards where one side's green, one side's red, and if the green side's up, then you're basically wanting more food to come in. Didn't matter if we had the card red or green; they just kept coming out with fucking food. It was crazy.
Hey, you want some
Sounds like a
chicken?
blast.
You want some pork? They just kept coming. I'm like, yo.
A grilled pineapple. Everyone was like, yes.
As long as it's not on pizza.
It's like, bro, just stop shoving meat in our face, bro. That's kind of crazy.
All
man.
right. All right.
I wasn't going there, bro.
Will of
He's
the
seen it with
fans.
meat in his
Jesus
mouth.
Christ, man. Jesus. Will
Yeah, I
of the
gotta pull
fans.
this back from the
Bring us
brink of
back,
gay.
please.
Yeah, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing in between. It's time again to talk about the industry that we love, that loves to hate us. And what a week it's been. Of course, Oblivion Remastered and now Clair Obscura Expedition 33. Somehow I completely overlooked that game originally as being just some sort of attempt to copy all the things that I hate about modern Final Fantasy, all of which changed when I watched Smash play yesterday after he grilled me about it. I was like, all right, what the fuck is the deal with this game then? Because I kind of been putting it off. And I thought, all right, I'll watch for 5 minutes. And I realized this is turn-based. This is the Final Fantasy game that I was looking for 20 years. This is the game I wanted Square to make, which is why I lost faith in that series in the first place, because they just refused to make it. So now it's going straight to the top of my list. Can't wait to talk about that and Oblivion. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Last but not least, Ryan Roger Athe.
What do you mean last but not
Gamers.
least?
Hey,
He's definitely
Fuck
not
you.
least. Have you seen his size? Come on, man.
you too. I'm actually I've been on a roll in terms of support. I don't know where your algorithms have fucking been, but I've been gaining support. Gamers,
Only cats,
subscribe
Mike.
to
Oh.
everyone here because we're all woke.
What? Hey, no! Fuck that fucking audience. What the hell? Hey, yo,
No,
wait
no,
a
to be
minute.
fair, no. According to JDA and Your Source Games, Ryan kind of cooking right now. We are actually.
Why
all
did it
secret
stop?
workers.
Why did the audience clap stop so abruptly?
Gamers, I have played Dustborn. I am now woke.
Congratulations. I'm not. What the fuck?
Blacks are now on my show. Gay people are now regulars. We have more women than ever. Okay.
Congratulations, you've entered the 1970s.
Subscribe for more. Also, gift me game.
There you go.
That was probably Ryan's best intro.
There is not a single week that goes by where our intros are not fucked. Like, just
Yeah, that's true.
not a single week. I swear to God. All right, guys. Well, shout out to all of you. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Like I said, Yellowflash will be here in about probably 30 minutes now, give or take, because he had some prior arrangements, obviously. So before we get into the topics, we need to do the best segment that is on YouTube, the best segment that's on Rumble. Shout out to Rumble. I see you guys. The best segment that is on the entire internet. So much so that people like to use this phrase a lot. This segment is known all around the world as, what is it, Smash?
The pre-stream legends.
Money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no-code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
That's right. Pre-stream Legends brought to you by Will of the Fans. Best edit so far.
Thank you.
It's a banger.
You're welcome. It is a banger. We
Money.
got Dark Exile with a $2 says, will they be late and gay? Yes. The answer is always yes, by the way. Always. You know, we were late today because of Smash JT. So you have to get him to apologize, okay? So we got GDR with a 5 saying, welcome to Saturday Night Slavery Squares. Goddamn right. Facts.
Goddamn.
Sounds about right.
Wow.
Sounds about right. And then we got Vicious gifting 10 memberships like an absolute boss. Shout out to Vicious. Thank you so much. And then we got Heavenly Jester. Oh, here we go. He's going to ask a question. Here we go. It's going to be anime related. Ready, sheep? Yeah, so we got Heavenly Jester with a 10. Late and gay. Nothing else is new. What is the panel's favorite form of media? Anime, TV shows, movies, comics, manga, video games, etc. Also, Hypnotic, why were you arrested for selling fent to a man who died to the cops?
Oh.
Listen, man. I didn't kill him. The cops did. So that's just how it goes. Not my fault. Okay, number one.
Did it.
Number two, for me, it's by far manga and video games, for sure.
Oh, it's manga for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been
Stand-up
asking
comedy.
that question myself for like 20 years, but I always land on gaming number one. Then either movies or manga.
I'm not a gamer, but video games.
This guy.
That is the most accurate thing I've ever heard you say ever.
It's like,
Seriously.
I don't mind. I like video games.
Crazy because they say you look like George Torch, but now you sounded like him too.
Right. Hold on. If I sounded like him, I'd say gamers. Everything is woke.
Gamers.
Just say
JDA
gamers.
just
I am
sent
not
me
a gamer,
new
but I
pic.
talk for gamers. Yeah, that's
Gamers. I pick movies.
Somehow it makes sense when Ryan says it.
Who else did? Who didn't answer the question?
So
Kasky?
for me, obviously it's video games, but runner-up is film, classics especially.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
It's gaming and then movies for me.
Yeah, gaming movies for me too.
Atreus is definitely like strip club or something, right?
Yeah, I was about to say whatever got the cheeks in them. Not gonna lie.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All of it.
motherfucker I know that talk about going outside, stay inside all the damn time. What the hell?
For me, it's stand-up comedy. Just throwing that out there because that's probably the hardest art form to master.
What was that?
Stand-up comedy's good.
I used to really dig stand-up comedy. I used to watch it all the time. It sucks so bad now. Like you can't say
Well, because
anything
everybody's
anymore.
so scared. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
problem. Everybody's so
But
fucking scared.
that's why you got some of those pioneers out there that are like forging ahead, and even without just the art form itself of being able to by yourself with nothing else, no other help, just use your own thoughts to make crowds of people laugh. I think that is just the most important, beautiful art form.
Yeah,
it's like they're either neutered themselves or they've gone woke themselves and aren't funny anymore.
GDR with a 5. Is Smash JT still doing small people sexy doll reviews? That might be why they are late. I'm not saying the fucking word for a reason, you dumb fuck.
What's the problem with saying that?
My stream is super sanitized for the next 54 days, you jackass. I told you.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. I wouldn't have said what I said in my intro. I actually do apologize.
Fucking guy, man. I swear to God. It's always Ryan. It's always Ryan. Heavily
But
Jester
yes,
with a
the
5.
answer is yes.
Oh, we already knew that. Heavily Jester with a 5. We all know Hypno was too busy sucking at video games to be on time with his show.
Facts.
Listen,
Me
with all due
personally, I won't
respect,
take that level.
I am much better than everybody on this panel. With,
No.
with the exception of maybe Cassie. I don't know. Sometimes she be playing pretty good. So
You're in
Kata,
there.
though,
You're in there.
Kata garbage.
Hypno's
better at fighting games than me, but
Bro,
I don't know
he
what
came
I
in the
like
stream
fighting
the
games.
one day I was off,
Bro.
like, because I was dealing with a copyright claim
Oh,
on
excuses.
a
bro.
video
I've
took
dealt with like
hours
20
on.
of them. Get over it. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I
it's like-
deal with all that shit. I'm literally dealing with a fucking strike, a warning, bro. Like, come on.
Kata out here trying to fight the man over the most. Like, bro, just please stop it.
Kata
Which
came
is
into
funny
my
as shit, because
stream.
they didn't literally
This man
acknowledge
beat
it right
me.
now.
This man beat me in one fucking Marvel vs. Capcom fight, and now he's better than me at everything. Jesus Christ.
I mean, with the way you rage quit, you
humble to admit
basically
he
gave
beat
me
me
all
in
that.
fucking-
I did not rage quit. I just didn't come back for a second fucking ass
Bro,
grabbing.
you
That's what I didn't do.
rage quit. You didn't even say anything. And then you messaged me. You were like, don't ever do that to me again. That was disrespectful.
That's an exaggeration. That's an exaggeration. That's,
That's
not
literally
right.
what you said. That's literally what you said. You were like, don't ever do that again. That was disrespectful. That's damn near racist. Come on. It's okay.
Well,
No, but Kata
again,
came
no,
into my
I'll
stream.
give Hypno his like anyone that say he's not a real
You'll
gamer.
give
I
Hypno
go to
his
fucking
crotch?
Marvel vs. Cap. No, his props. I go to Marvel vs. Capcom tournaments and Hypno fucking clowned me 14 rounds in a row. So like that, I was impressed.
Well, I'm just saying, Kata came into my stream talking mad shit during First Berserker. Mind you, I was like one-shotting bosses. Some of them I was two-shotting. Then I go to this guy's stream and I'm watching him for like 30 minutes. Bro, can't dodge for shit. Can't block for shit. Barely parrying. This man is fully armored up. He's fully armored up, using one of the easiest weapons to use. And I'm over here with fucking naked Kazan and dual wielding and dodging everything. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm so much better than you." Like, bro, come
I
on.
am, bro. I was off.
I ain't gonna
that
lie
day.
to you. This nigga Kata be lying, bro. This nigga Kata be like, yeah.
Lying through his fucking neck, bro.
Kata be like, yeah, I beat the whole game and I never got touched. I'm like, what the fuck?
Bro, I'm using level 20 armor at like level 60 fucking enemies, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here, bro.
Yo, I would always like, even with like Elden Ring, I'd rather just get my ass handed to me in the game than like use the easy shit, like cheap out using magic or
I'm
something.
not using nothing
Yeah.
easy.
Oh, yes, he is. Fully armored spear, everything. Like easy mode, bro. Get outta here.
Of course he uses the spear.
Of
Just
course he
because
uses the
the
spear.
armor looks fully armored up doesn't mean it had a lot of protection.
Uh-huh.
Next you'll
Okay.
be telling us you went camping and were surrounded by coyotes. Sit down.
That would never fucking happen.
Flip Shazam with a 5. Hypno and Smash sending snaps of them shirtless and flexing before the stream starts. That's actually not a bad idea. You want to do that?
No.
Wait, we weren't?
Oh, true. Heavily
You've seen
Jester
Review Tech USA, so you've seen mine.
Holy shit, look at this guy.
with a $50
We're a fucking bomb.
banger.
Wait,
Who the
pause.
fuck
pause.
made that clip, bro?
Hold up,
Who
wait,
made that clip?
Back it up. Hypno.
Back it up. Okay.
Just
I
to
will
give,
say,
just to give
after
this man
meeting
his
Kata
due,
in
Heavenly
Vegas, can
Jester
confirm.
gifted 15 Hypnotic memberships. You said a $50 banger. This is a 50 membership banger.
You fucking white people and your semantics.
Who the fuck made that clip?
Mission accomplished.
I'm just
Sure was
saying.
good, actually.
Smash got race swapped. Who made that
Oh,
clip?
man.
They shall not be named.
Nerd Wars. All right, let me get them.
But to be fair, I partially edited the rest. So like that person did half, and I did the other half.
Some bullshit.
Well,
And
to
I-
be fair, the first person did a quarter.
I got replaced.
Thank you, trash ass joke.
Did you delete the sound?
Bro, these white people, I swear to God, man. Did I delete what sound? This?
There we go. There we go.
There you go.
That's what we needed.
Heavily Gesture, thank you so much for the insane 50 membership banger. I appreciate you, fucking guys, man. Adair Soto with a $3 super sticker. Thank you, Adair Soto. Unfortunately, it's not Hypnocast, so the stickers don't show on screen, but I appreciate you regardless. Heavily Gesture with a 5 panels. If you watch One Piece, favorite mythical devil fruit. Oh, here we go again. I got to go with the Hydra. Imagine if someone competent had that and not Orochi. What are you thinking? I know Sheep got an answer. Go ahead, Sheep.
Chop, chop.
There you go.
Buggy the Clown is my boy.
That's my favorite character, but that said, I gotta say the Pika Pika Mira, the Pika Pika Mira no Mi, the fucking glint glint fruit.
Oh,
bro, you just sounded like you spoke all kinds of.
I know what the fuck he just said.
Like, you're like, yeah, I like the Pika Pika and the Glock Glock.
The Pika Pika no Mi, yeah, it's the glint glint fruit. I want to give the Japanese to prove that you're an OG fan, a real fan. Being able to travel at the speed of light, come on.
I mean, it's got to be the Azure Dragon. It's just
All right,
badass.
listen. Our special guest is here. So, what are we doing?
Man,
Who's
that was
stepping
quick.
out? Who's stepping out right now?
I can bounce. It's early, but I
I
can
can
bounce.
rock with 10 if people behave themselves. I can rock with 10.
Behave.
I can stay for like another like 20 minutes and then I can bounce if you want to do
Well,
that.
Atreus is going to be playing video games, so he's not going to speak much. So that's basically 9 anyway. So
Oh my god.
that's fine. All right, that's fine. So let's introduce our guests. I got to use something real sanitized. What's
You know Santa isn't real, right?
You know what? I fucking
Kick
hate
him
you
off.
all.
Kick him off. All right.
He asking
Fucking
for
free.
it.
This motherfucker right
You know
here.
what?
Get
Just
him
because
off.
I'm gonna use this clip. When in doubt, just use the Kata clip. What's up, Yellowflash?
Hail, bigot army.
What's up,
Hail,
man?
Flash.
What's up, everybody?
Not much, man. Hey, we're still doing super chats, so you didn't miss anything. There
Okay.
you go.
That's all good. My favorite, one of my
Hey,
favorite
real
things
quick,
is super chats.
quick plug for Flash. Congrats on your book launch, man.
I was
Yeah,
literally
thank
gonna
you.
be like, "Hey, Yellowflash, do your intro and show your book," and you're like, "Hey, let me go in there first and say, fucking guy, man."
Before
I
that,
mean,
though, Flash is the
I
one.
didn't want you
Man,
to
Flash, you should
forget.
answer the super chat.
Fucking white people.
I didn't want you to forget.
Just immediately proving we can't do this with 10 people.
Yeah, I know, right? Hold on, Leon, what were you saying about the super chat?
Well, I said Flash is a One Piece fan, so he should also answer the super chat.
Oh, true. Favorite mythical devil fruit smash.
Chop,
I mean,
chop.
not smash.
Yeah,
Yellowflash.
Flash.
I really like the Phoenix one. I don't know the name of it. What's his name? He was part of
Marco.
the raid.
Marco's fruit.
Marco. Yeah, that's a
Marco.
sweet. He's got a sweet look to him with that kind of half human Phoenix look
He
that he
got a
does.
sweet what? Hey, yo.
Don't mind Atreus. Atreus is highly homosexual.
Very
Don't mind him, all right?
homosexual.
Don't mind.
Massively overcompensating for it.
You can tell by that hat.
Yellowflash, do your intro. Tell people about your book, mods, Sonia, everybody in the chat. Please make sure you guys have the link for Yellowflash's book. But go ahead, man. You do your thing.
I got a trailer we can watch if you want.
You want to do that now, or you want to do it after the super chats? 'Cause
It's your show, so however you want to do it.
Let's finish the super chats quickly, and then we'll do the trailer. Just send it in the private chat so I can.
Oh,
pull it up.
I could share it directly.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, whatever's easier. All right. So we got Valius with a 2. Y'all see Kata gooning over Lune's feet?
Yep.
I saw
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ain't
That's the
nothing
only
new.
character I play as when I'm running around.
Why am I not
Oh,
surprised?
Kate is a footman.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he
Okay.
is.
Weren't you on New Black Street?
Hey,
He's
wear
a
it on your
general.
wear it on your sleeve, man.
He's a
Hey,
fucking
hey, no
freak.
shame in my game. I hold him up.
Sleeves are short, so
Oh my god!
All right. All right. Don't make me cut
where
this
is it?
camera
Where is
off.
Now hold on a second. Now what we should do is show him Brie Larson's feet.
Oh hell!
Now,
Bro, he'll
I-
love that shit.
he's a foot man. I'd like to see his opinions
I
on her
literally
feet.
just got done eating. I would rather not throw up. Thanks.
Yeah.
So,
Stop lying, bro.
Flash,
Like,
you
them
been
shit
on
is
New
good.
Blackstreet.
Her
How
feet
you-
look like
how are you
somebody
late
took
on this?
huh?
You've been on New Blackstreet. How are you late on this? We've discussed this.
Did we talk about it when I was on?
No,
It comes up like
We always
everything
talk about this
that
nigga's
Shada's
foot,
ever
disgusting
on.
foot fetish.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Not
know
a-
he had one.
It's not
Till
a
now.
fetish. It's an appreciation.
It's a fetish. Shut up.
Tell
Anyway,
it to the furries.
Brie
This
Larson's
far-
feet look like somebody took a hammer and just bashed him in.
She does look like she pissed off the mafia once or twice.
Yeah.
Like,
Kathy Bates in Misery.
Let's
Those
finish
shits
the
look
super
like
chat.
she does not wear steel toes in a warehouse. I'm
Dead
telling
Star
you, dude,
would have
it's
too.
ridiculous.
Celebrate our differences. McDuggan saves lives. Not
Yes.
anymore, unfortunately, for both
Justice
of
for
those.
McDuggan.
Both of those. Both of those got
Oh my
killed.
God.
It's sad.
Yeah,
The
Joe
Gaming
Snow.
Mason with a 2. Atreus looking like Black Jon Snow. Holy shit.
Oh
That's insane.
shit!
That's insane. Push Shazam for a 2. Atreus looks like he killed his mom's bathroom rug. Oh my god, I'm done, bro.
Yeah, man.
Mute your mics if you're gonna be coughing in a fucking microphone. God damn. Butter Biscuit for a 10. Oh, the best parts of the stream. The alienated song and Hurt You Anymore song at the end. Screw everything in between. I'm kidding. This show is such a great way to unwind after a hard work week. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. And then for a 2, shout out to any fellow mailman in the chat. There you go.
Yep.
Heavily Gesture with a 5. We all know Skyrim belongs to the Nords. Long live the Stormcloaks.
Yeah.
I refuse to ever pay full
Wow.
price for a Bethesda game, so I'm playing Oblivion on G Pass.
I got it for $30.
Skyrim is ass.
I'll say this: Game Pass users are definitely eating very well this month for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
you
got
know,
Doom
I
in
do
a few
think it's a
weeks,
good
too.
deal. I just don't have the time to really take full potential out of it.
yeah, it is a good deal. But for me, I've always been an advocate for trying to own or somewhat own the games.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's why, like on Steam, they've always said like they would go the GOG route if things ever went up and under for them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know, and considering that I've been using them for what, it's going on 21 years now.
20 years,
Yeah. I just like using
I haven't
that
lost.
platform.
I haven't lost a single video game that I've ever purchased on Steam for almost 21 years. So, you know, that's consumer trust at that point.
I had one taken away from my account because of like a copyright reasons. I don't remember what it was, a while ago, but I was like, that was weird. It just got deleted from my account. But
I'm sure it exists. I haven't ever, you know, experienced that.
Maybe they
I
didn't
mean,
like
this
your
was like
politics.
8 years ago. It was a long time ago, but
Maybe.
Trying to get you
Yeah.
up.
Raging Diad for a 5. Atreus is searching for just the right OnlyFans girl to choke.
Hey, I've been
That's
pretty
crazy.
transparent. There will be some point where I'm probably gonna get me too.
You've been fully trans? What?
Huh?
you're a transparent?
Baby Hondo for a 2. Baby Hondo for a 2 for Daddy Leon Chirp.
Oh,
Never let that count die.
Sadness. Shinobi Do for a 2. Atreus is modeling the latest in IKEA bath mats.
that's crazy.
That is
Hold on,
wild.
hold on. Wait. I did not return to fucking Saturday Night Hypnosis. For this shit.
Yes, you did.
I mean, you kind of do deserve it considering you were MIA for so long. Scooby Pup for 12 months officially. It says like the stream, hail Hondo with the Hondo emojis. Shout out to you. They really should fix this so that the emojis show up like on StreamYards.
Yep.
And not just like the name of the emoji.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
annoying.
I agree.
Yeah.
Frostbang, especially how much money they charge for this fucking service, they should do
I think
it.
they need
keep
access to
raising it,
YouTube
too.
to be able to get the images from your account specifically for the emojis. That's the problem.
I mean, I use a script, but then again, it's like a Google. It's a Google extension for Hypnocast where it just brings up chats on screen and it shows everything. So, but I guess it's because it's basically just bringing up your chat from the chat box. So I don't know. Frostbang, 17 months. What's the Fandom Pulse wall then? Pressing start, pretty much.
God,
You got
No,
the
no.
Smash JT wall, and then you got the Fandom Pulse wall.
Hey,
wall
let's
is-
not
the
pair
wall-
me in with them, please. God, damn.
No, smash. The wall is gamers. That's it.
Gamers.
Yeah. Mr. Monkey for 99. Damn, Ryan had to sell all his stuff to keeps alive or something.
Probably
Wait,
meant to
what?
say keep himself alive or
I've made
something.
about $600 this month. For me, that's
In your life.
wonderful.
Good job.
Congratulations.
Hypno's adoring fan for a
How
5.
many
Don't
2
worry.
liter
Oh
sodas
my
is
god.
Don't worry, I'm standing outside your
Thank
house
you.
cheering you on, Hypno. Good.
It's crazy.
Don't let my dog. Don't let my dog bite your fucking ass.
Is that the chick from The Last of Us?
From Last of Us, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Down syndrome owl.
Yes.
That's what that is.
That's amazing.
Vet Gamer Bocephus with a 5. You guys look like the Brady Bunch with Smash AT in the middle.
Yeah, he's the maid.
Yeah.
Stop thinking.
Sewell McLovin for a 2. Don't forget about me in Oblivion, Cassie.
Oh my god. Ugh.
That's crazy. That account is crazy. Heavily Jester with a 2. I was on Ryan's show as a DEI autistic person.
For
Makes
sure,
sense.
Ryan on his own show is a DEI autistic person.
Hey, look. It was a great show. We focus on developmental creators because all the big shots fucking hate me. Let's face it.
Nice. Adair Soto for a 10. It's great to bring the groups together again. Let's have a nice, awesome stream. Like and subscribe, everyone. Okada. Did you have a nice vacation in the Mushroom Kingdom? Videos going around. Yahoo! I had to throw in that Yahoo at the end.
Oh, you're
James
so funny,
Otten
man.
with a 5.
That grabbed, man.
Will kept complaining while he was streaming that I was playing Oblivion. I have Expedition 33 on the wish list, but having too much fun in Oblivion at the moment.
How was I complaining? Oh, I was complaining because I was jealous because he has time to play it all the time, whereas I'm always online doing something, working or being a family man. And I want more time. I need like 30 hours in the day so that I can actually
Same.
finish Oblivion.
Same.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. Horror with Neds. Nadia.
Woo.
With the 5 membership banger. You didn't have to, but you did. Thank you so much, Nadia. I appreciate that. That was legendary.
full disclosure, I'll be on her show on Tuesday. We're going to review the Until Dawn movie because fuck that movie of a great game.
Right.
Oh, that game is so good. The original one. I haven't played
The original, not the remake. Yeah.
PS5, I guess, changes the music or something.
Wait, it changes the lighting,
Changes
a bunch of
everything.
shit.
They made
a movie of it?
Garbage. It literally came out this week, and I guarantee you it's the most unnecessary adaptation of all time. I'm seeing it tomorrow. I'll let you know.
The game
How's that
itself
box
is
office
already a
looking?
movie. Why would you need a movie of that?
It's the game without the prompts.
You can't bring common sense to modern day Sony.
In the right questions, guys.
So,
Thank
I
you,
mean,
Nadia.
how is Lion King a live action movie?
That's true. That's
not.
true.
Yeah.
What was
Eric
that
Jenkins.
Grace Randolph where she said Last of Us 2 show Abby was not as good as she was in the game, but she didn't even play the game. She just watched the clips from the game, and I'm like, what are
And
we
then
doing?
she says that Abby was never cruel, but this is from someone who's never played the
If
game.
you guys
What?
want to know more about that, I released a video on that same thing today.
Yeah, it's just fucking retarded, bro. Eric
Oh.
Jenkins with 99. Bro, I always have to search your channel, get your shit together. That's not my fault. Also, is
That's
anyone
YouTube,
else's
man.
supers
That's
messing
YouTube,
up?
really?
Hopefully not, because that would suck. Thank you, Eric Jenkins. Kilted Cajun for a 20. Don't lie. Not a single one of you plays games and streams into your audience ever. Never nothing but a bunch of grifter shills. ...
Jesus.
Yeah, no, we don't
Yeah,
stream video
that's us.
games here. I don't
Well,
do that.
Grifty the Clown will be on South at Midnight tonight, so relax.
Tonight?
Wow,
Yeah.
you're actually doing it again?
I just
Good.
fuck you,
Gamers.
Hypnotic.
You
I
I
don't
finished
actually,
Dustborn before.
Yeah,
it
let me know
ran.
when you get back to Dustborn.
I don't play
Yeah.
video games.
Oh,
I just
man.
create bullshit narratives about gamers on my website, Shammed and Bulch.
Nice. Makes sense. Shion with 499. Atreus, Sheepsidian, and Kata starring in 2.5 Men. Smash and Ryan in Romeo and Juliet. Or Romero, I'm sorry, and Juliet. Hypno starring in Dragon Balls Into My Chin. Hey, yo. Leon, hi. Of course you say hi to the only person that's gay on the panel because you said that gay shit at the end. That makes
Yo.
sense. That makes a lot of sense, Shion. God damn it. Louis Messina with 1 membership. Thank you, Louis. I appreciate you, you legend. We got Toxic with a 5. Smash AT might not be the best gamer, but at least he doesn't go 10 hours in without using an entire mechanic like leveling up Pictos and Luminas. If you know, you know. Who are you talking about, bro?
Just saying.
Who are you talking about? First off, respectfully, if somebody doesn't even realize that there is something in the game and they went through the entire game without utilizing it, that makes him an amazing gamer. So I don't know what you're talking about, okay? I don't know if anybody who's ever did that, all right? You
That's,
never-
that's what we in the business call spin, ladies and
no,
gentlemen.
that's not spin. That's just the
Spin.
truth about it. All right. Now it would be something different. No, it'd be something different if somebody played like Black Myth Wukong, for example, and never once leveled any skills and had like a whole bunch of skill points halfway through the game. That would be something totally different.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is like, you know,
Who did that?
I
That
played
wasn't me.
Bloodborne.
I don't know who did
It's
that.
always just Smash and Hypno having to go at each other. So
No, with Black Myth, I was actually doing that, and I still sucked at it. So I know what I was doing.
People are making fun of me because I have this habit of like when I play video games, I forget to like do the important things like level up and stuff, or like use skill points and stuff. So I went through Black Myth Wukong. I went through like 1/3 of Black Myth Wukong without ever really leveling anything for the most
To be
part.
fair, I do the same thing, but like intentionally. I would rather just gain 5-6 levels at once than do a massive chunk level up.
That's what
Yeah. So like with Expedition 33, I went through seemingly 1/3 of the game so far, 10 hours in, 11 hours in, and I never once used any Lumina points. So
there is actually like logic to that though, because half the time when you're playing a game, especially for the first time, you don't really know what you're going to develop into as a player, what you're going to rely on strategically later. So you end up putting a lot of points in a guff that you never end up using, and you wish you could get back. So fair enough.
I mean, it's true.
Slavery game 4 months. I think WWE already hit me with copyright on the McDuggins video. No,
Oh, they will.
Of course
They are
for the
bastards.
WWE game.
Thinking about that shit.
Yeah, WWE
Probably the
real
audio.
quick on it.
It's
It's going to
probably
be
the
even
audio.
worse now that they're Netflix.
I had like a
so bad.
480p clip of Edge singing "Na na na na, hey hey hey, goodbye," and then I cut it into something else. It was about 8 seconds. Still can't use it. Immediate demonetization.
Wow. St. Hugo for a 5. Had a Saturday night out for the first time in a long time today. Good thing I'm better in dodging in real life than in 33. Fuck these times. Well,
Yeah.
hell, all.
What up?
What
Hey,
up,
at least
dude?
it's not just me. Misery loves company.
Secret final boss for it too. What was that about one-shotting bosses? Listen, okay, so your name is ironic because the secret bosses in the game are the ones that kick my ass, all right? But the story ones, I'm good. Kinda. Valkyria Winter for 6 months. Atreus looking very Brokeback Mountain indeed. Hail all. Always great streams from you all. Skull. Brokeback Atreus. That's crazy. Demon Carol for 6 months. Chloroform putting the sensual in non-consensual. That's crazy. That is crazy comment.
Fucking crazy.
Heavily gestured with a 5, bro. Mythical, not Logia or Paramecia. Mythical. Zone, bro. Are you guys One Piece fans? Also, Yellowflash. Favorite mythical zone. Yellowflash.
I mean, I said the
sorry.
Azure Dragon. So
What did you say?
Read the super chat. The last one. It's asking you a question.
Oh, Mythical Zone?
I mean,
I don't know
Luffy's
which one.
Yeah, the one off the
Luffy's
top of my
would
head
be
I
the
remember
best
is
one, right?
Gear 5,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The Sun God fruit, the Nika fruit.
You
would
can
be on
do
my-
anything.
The what fruit?
Yeah, we're not going to repeat that.
That's
We're not
major
gonna repeat that,
spoilers
Leon.
for.
He did say
Wano
nigga,
Up.
right? Like,
No,
am
he
I-
didn't. No, he didn't. There was a K in there. There was a K in there. I heard the K. YouTube.
Yet I
can
get
say it, my uncle
criticized
It's
for
got a
calling-
new name though, because I've always called it the gum fruit, but it's actually changed. We found out. I don't
It's the
remember.
human fruit model Nika.
Oh my god. Scrap Gamer with a 5. Screw had seen last night. Hypno got felted with dad jokes that he earned a nickname Daddy Hypno.
Hey,
I
yo.
already had that nickname. First off. Second off, what are you talking about? What dad jokes? I don't know what you're talking about. Heavily Jester with a 5
I
birds.
got- well,
Obsidian
hold
and
up. I
Leon
got-
giving
I got-
a Logia and a Paramecia.
He's not happy. He takes that shit so seriously. You got to answer properly.
I got Hypno's kids, dogs, and cats coming to my streams now. So can you try to control that shit?
No, because I never made them.
They've been on my show too. I was going to create one called Will's Pest Control to answer them, but I just decided against it.
All right, we're gonna stop there. I'm just saving where we're at right now. We're gonna catch up on the rest of the super chats in a minute. We're gonna check out Yellowflash's book really quick. I'm gonna have him show his book for a minute, and then we'll get into Expedition 33 will be our first topic. So, Yellowflash, the floor is yours in 2 seconds.
The year is
now it is.
1945. World War II rages from the halls of Buckingham Palace to the shores of the Nile River. Even now, the clash between freedom and tyranny is about to boil over. Somewhere in North Africa, 2 American flyboys are soaring high on a reconnaissance mission, searching for clues to a peculiar new obsession with the occult gripping the Nazi high command.
You know, it's funny. So, like, all of our haters are totally gonna call us Nazi supporters
Fuck
now.
you! I was gonna make that comparison.
Yeah.
Like, it's so ironic that we're showcasing us. I love it. It's great.
So who are the bad guys?
Shut up, Brian. Hold on. So, where are the black people?
Well, they're around. There's a town of them. You'll see them.
There's a town of black
They get
people. What's it
massacred
called?
though.
Contained to a
It's not.
town.
They
It's
get
not good.
massacred? Wait, the town of black people get massacred? That's fucking based, bro. Hold on.
Resident Evil 5, man.
You got
That is
Nazis
amazing.
and black people burning? That's interesting.
All right, no, seriously,
Well,
uh,
it takes place in the African theater. We got to have some
Right, right.
representation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So tell
Not
people
to be
about
confused
your
with the Harlem Theater.
tell people about your book and whatnot. We're gonna have the mods linking it in the chat right now. Mods, if you could do that for me, that'll be amazing. Go ahead, Yellowflash. All you, man.
Yeah, I really like alternate history stuff, old World War II comics. You know, what's really when a lot of the superhero comics kind of started to rise up, like Captain America. You even had like the Fighting Yank, Shazam when he was the real Captain Marvel. And then the Sentai genre, which nobody's doing anything with over here.
I know.
So I wanted to do
Shame.
something that I would love, and I think it's a really good book. It's really just nonstop action. The whole mission of this book for the character is to get that relic that he found because the Nazis want it back to Allied forces. So it's him just getting in crazy fights with Nazi mechs for pretty much the entire book until he can get it back to Allies. It's the big focus on this book is action because I love like shonen style manga action books. So I took a lot of inspiration from a lot of that stuff.
It's Dillard,
I
right?
mean, this
You're
is
right.
the
Yeah,
best
Dillard
possible way.
draws.
He's punching
This sounds
above
like
what
Power
I thought he
Rangers
was
meets
capable
Indiana
of.
Jones, and that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was
there's-
going to say. There's Indiana Jones in there as well.
Yeah, I love I love the occult stuff in those movies. Yeah, that was definitely an influence on that. And I mean, the Nazis are really into the occult shit. So I've always found that fascinating and wanted to do something with that.
I
think
always thought
it's
that was interesting when I played Wolfenstein because they explored that as well.
Yeah,
That whole,
that's
like,
one of the
occult
things that I
stuff
love
with the
about those
Nazis, yeah.
games. Yeah.
Yeah. So how big is this book? I didn't even. How big is this book?
About 65 pages of story.
Nice. Okay. Pretty
And
normal.
it's only the cheapest cover is $17.
Which covers that?
Cover D, the one that's the kind of the runaway favorite where he's holding the flag.
The mass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll
I
be the
remember that
mass
one.
print cover.
So that's considered the mass print one. Okay.
Yeah.
The character design is awesome, man.
Yeah, thank you. We worked hard on it.
Well, he looks like King Ranger. That's what he always reminded me of. And I was like, oh, yeah, he's one of my favorites.
It does suck that they didn't really do much with the Sentai stuff over here anymore. It's actually
Yeah,
kinda
they've
crazy.
abandoned it.
Yeah, it's kind of
It's-
crazy because I mean, obviously it was so popular back in the day, but now
Yeah.
it's
It
kind
kinda-
of just faltered over.
It's still huge in Japan. Like, and there's
Of
literally
course.
people that dress up in Sentai characters and spin sale signs in front of buildings. I mean, it's huge over there. I wish it
Yeah.
was bigger over here.
For a little hint, because I'm a huge Sentai fan, Tokusatsu fan in general.
Right.
Little, I guess, teaser to the manga I'm doing. There's a character in my manga that has that same kind of capability. So, for those that sorry to take your shield spot, Flash, by the way, but
That's okay.
y'all look forward to that with my manga. It's gonna be good. But until then, go ahead and pick up Golden Patriot. I've been looking forward to this for like years now.
But if you're not like a big Sentai fan, I still think this is a fun book. It's just a really good action comic book, which is what I wanted to make.
Well, props to you for actually coming together and making something. You know what I mean? That is something people talk about all the time. You
It's
know,
a
talk
huge
about doing
accomplishment.
they talk about doing it, but they don't actually do it. You know, same thing we told Mugen Lord when he released his comic. So, it's a big step.
At least you got your books out, unlike some people, you know.
All right, we won't go there.
Oh my god.
We won't.
Now,
we
some
won't
people
go
are
there.
doing
This
crack
one's a lot
right now.
cheaper than some other people's too.
Because I'm sure those people are probably watching the chat right now, like, just say something bad, please. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, you probably just got
Settle
done
down,
doing the
gamer.
line too.
yeah, I'm gonna get called the fucking
Oh,
Yellow
man.
Flash shill, or what is it? What do I get called? Oh, I get called like Dollar Tree Yellow Flash a lot. That's good. That's a good one.
I get to say I'm Dollar Tree quartering, man. So it's a good club.
Yeah, that one has stuck with me for a while. I actually like it. I appreciate it. It's good. It's good stuff. That and Timu Moon Knight. That one has stuck with me for a while too. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Timu Moon Knight.
There's a little Moon Knight in here too. Definitely with the Egyptian stuff.
I actually like that whole setting though. Like I said, I'm a big sucker for that kind of setting with the world, you know, the Nazi shit and the occult stuff. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that stuff, man. Some of my favorite comics to collect are like old World War II propaganda comics. Like I have got a couple really cool Superman and Batman ones. Like my favorite is it's Batman and Robin working a fucking Gatling gun. I don't know if you've ever seen that. And it says, buy war bonds today.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. That one, and then of course Superman saying it's okay to slap a Japanese person. That one. That one's really good too.
So out of curiosity, are you looking to turn this like into a series, or like what do you? Is this a one and done thing, or like what are you trying to do?
It can
with
be
the
enjoyed
Golden
as a
Patriot?
one shot, but I'd like to do at least 2 more books. We have
Okay.
a full story arc kind of.
That was going to be
out.
my next question. Do you have like a concept board for multiple books, or?
Yeah, at least
That's
up
cool.
to 3. But I mean, with the way this is, we could work this for a long time if it's a super success, you know. Because I mean, we could give the power to somebody new down the line and have a whole new reboot. Like you could go throughout time with this character. Like well, at least the power set. 'Cause eventually,
Okay.
you know, he would pass away. He's not immortal.
Just ordered my copy. Just
So,
thank you.
Flash, question: there's different prices for the different covers. I'm looking at the signed and graded. Why is cover C more than cover A, B, and D? What's the
'Cause that one is a foil cover.
Okay.
It's a little bit more, you know, pizzazz in that cover.
Smash's norminess
and it's
is
limited.
showing so bad right
We're
now.
not gonna have.
about the full covers.
I'm asking a question. How
What's
is this
okay?
normal?
There's no such thing as a dumb question.
Yes, there is. I can imagine Smash going to a con.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Smash will go to a con. Bro, he'll go to like a Comic Con and be like, "Excuse me, sir, why is this cover shining? I don't like. Is that supposed to happen?
No, I
is this
fucking know
supposed to be
what foil
reflected?"
is. I can't tell on the web page, bro. Like I'm asking.
You mean the web page
You are
that says,
coping,
that says
coping and
foil cover on it? Are you
seething.
Yeah,
talking about that
the,
webpage?
He'll
Just,
be the type to go to a Pokemon booth and be like, "Sir, is this card real or fake? Because it's like shining. I don't understand. What is
Just
this?"
different, man.
Also,
A lot of Pokemon
the
shit is fake these
covers
days.
A, B, and C in general,
Are
after this
limited.
campaign is done, those are never going to be printed again. The only one that'll still be available after the campaign is cover D.
I was about to say,
Right,
as
that's
a,
the mass print one. Yeah.
As somebody, I used to work for Eric, so I could have told you that. It's like A and B, A, B, and C are limited covers for usually running for the campaign. C is usually the foil cover, foil embossed most likely. And then cover D would be the mass print cover. That's going to be the one that you'll see on the store for like ever.
I like the one with the flag, man. I
Yeah,
think that's
the
fucking
cover
badass.
Yeah, the mass print
Rob Willis killed that, man.
Oh
It's
yeah,
really good.
Yeah, I gave him that's actually paying tribute to an old Captain Marvel comic where he's kind of leading the army with a flag.
yeah.
I mean, cover C looks cool too, but cover
you got a
D,
coupon
that
code?
flag is nice.
No,
Coupon
there's no
co-
coupon code.
I'm biased towards the first cover A is my favorite because I really like. I love Kelsey Shannon's work, and I'm a big sucker for painted covers, which is
I had
Shannon's
to
really good.
ask. I had to ask before I hit the checkout button. You feel me?
Oh shit. Well, guys, the link is in the comments. Obviously, the mods are linking it like nonstop right now. So, if you're into comics like this, you want to consider checking it out. Obviously, go check it out. I am not sponsored in any way, but we helped Buchan Lord, with his campaign, and I really appreciate when people put their time into making something. So I never have any issues promoting.
It's a really good book.
kind of work and stuff.
It's a fun book, which is something that we don't get a lot of anymore. I wanted to make something fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and nothing wrong with
getting
that.
cover D.
I love you saying it's a good book because, like, you wrote it. This is your baby. Obviously, it's a good book. Can you imagine someone coming up and be like, "That's a fucking shitty book we did anyway"?
Everybody's book is good, but I do think it's. I think it's great. I'm really proud of it, and I can't wait for people to read it.
That's what's up. I just ordered a cover C and cover D because I couldn't figure out which one I liked more. So.
Oh, get them all! Get them all!
All of them. Get the shirts too.
Just remember, Cassie, cover C. It's a little shiny. Okay, so don't let it throw you off. Don't let it throw you off.
It's not real gold. Not real gold.
It's not real. No, but it's awesome. So definitely it looks cool. Like I said, I like the concept. Definitely interesting. And
I like the idea that you have signed and graded like already at the start, set to go to save people the trouble with all that too. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm a collector myself. I always liked that Eric does that. So when he was talking to me about this, I for sure wanted to do those. I'm looking forward to having my own copies of them so I can put them on my wall. Have some of my own stuff up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always found it so curious.
And I'm for sure taking the gem mints.
Go for it.
I found it so curious how grading never like took off or became a thing with manga like it was with American comics. Like
they're trying to.
Nobody really fucking grades manga, to be honest with you. And the only manga that I've ever seen that was graded is like the 1 out of 5,000 limited covers for certain old Viz Media mangas, like the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff and the Shaman King stuff, and I think One Piece. Yeah, like those are the foil covers. That's the only thing I've ever seen graded. And even then, it's like nobody really gives a fuck,
even
bro.
Even with manga, it's more. Isn't it more like the older it is, like the more people will like it, even if it's not graded. Like they kind of like just the old books for some reason.
Classic manga. Like, try and get an original run of Yu-Gi-Oh before it went all kid friendly. That shit's expensive as fuck.
I know. I bought it.
I have
My
one.
ex-wife, and then she ran off with it when we got divorced. Fuck her.
I have one.
You could leave, but leave me my manga.
Shonen Jump manga that I've been tempted to get graded. It's a big one though.
Which one's that?
Issue 51.
Issue 51.
That's the first Dragon Ball chapter.
I
Bloomers and the Monkey King.
There is actually a holy grail of, I guess you could call it manga or whatever, but there's a holy grail where there is an issue. There's a magazine, Japanese magazine. Fuck if I remember the name. All I know is that it's about $30,000, and all the other magazines from it are like $10. And the reason why
I didn't pay that much. I actually paid not a lot of money for mine because I got it before Dragon Ball was even really that big here. But now that issue that I bought, it's probably like $1,000 if you wanted to get it.
So the reason why this one is so it's the 1989 Animal House magazine. All right.
Oh shit.
And the reason why it's so expensive is because the 1989 Animal House magazine had the first ever preview looked of Berserk and Guts before it actually became Guts, like the Guts we know today. So the first concept that Kentaro ever made, it was only ever showcased in that magazine, and that magazine goes for like 30 fucking grand now.
Yeah, he looks like Mitsurugi on the cover.
Yeah, it's pretty damn insane, but yeah, it's wild. It's wild. There's only one person that I know of that has it.
Can I ask a question real quick?
No. He's like no, go ahead.
Flash, what's the difference between FedEx Smart Post and FedEx Ground Home Delivery? Is one of them in a box and one of them in like the cardboard sleeve?
No,
you'd have to ask Ripa that. I don't know.
I got you.
See, this is the nice thing about it because they handle all that stuff.
I got you. I used to work in shipping, so SurePost is basically FedEx will do most of the delivery. Basically, get it to your neighborhood, to the district where you're the zone, basically where your local USPS is. Hand it off to them, then they'll deliver it. It's that simple.
Gotcha. And FedEx Ground is FedEx actually comes.
Yeah, it's just FedEx.
Okay.
I don't even think Smash is human at this point. Like, how does he not know all of these things?
Well, I'm about to spend a lot of money on this comic. I don't want it to get here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wow.
Mr. Flex over
I'm
here.
sorry.
Bro, I got all this money for books.
You know
what? By a lot of money, he means 20.
Everybody
I'm
quiet.
trying
Everybody quiet.
to
I can't see your tiny hat there, Smash.
No, everybody be quiet. Moneybags is talking. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would just like to support a fellow creator. That's all. I just
Hey,
wanted to-
Gabagool.
Look,
Hey,
now he's
Gabagool,
now he's
I'm
starting to
gonna
sound
go
like
ahead.
Ryan.
Let's
Yeah,
get Flex JT in the
support my
chat, please.
fellow
Flex
creators.
JT. Spam it in the chat. Flex JT. Thank you. All right, boys.
Italian hands.
Let's get into some topics before Yellowflash
Dude,
got to leave us for his
DHL
much better show.
DHL Express costs $113.
So
Try shipping it to the Philippines.
So what you're saying is you're not going to pay for shipping?
No, I'm saying I could ship it to the moon for cheaper. I'll use FedEx.
Okay. Well, there you go.
That's crazy.
All right, let's get into the topics.
I'm
But
black.
yeah, Yellowflash, fucking awesome work, dude. And I wish you nothing but success. And
thank you.
clearly,
Thanks for-
clearly you can see a bunch of people have been buying your books already. I saw some comments in the chat, people saying they picked one up or they might pick one up later today.
I
So
appreciate
hopefully,
every customer. Thank you.
yeah, man. Hopefully they keep doing it. All right.
Yeah, buy me a book too.
This nigga here, bro.
So
I'll buy cover B for the logo, the specific logo.
God.
I respond.
Let's cover a topic before fucking Smash gotta go and Yellowflash gotta go. So let's cover a topic. So
Smash and Flash.
let's do Expedition Churchy Tree. This
That
game
game's killing it.
is unbelievable. Okay. First off, this number almost hit 100K, which is wild considering. Probably gonna pass 100K tomorrow, I gotta imagine, but I guess we'll see. There's a lot of conversation going on about this game. It was all positive. All of it was positive. Not a single person that I knew of was talking bad about this game up until today. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden,
You know what happened.
certain
You
creatures.
don't know what happened. It's almost
Is
the
it
end of the month.
racist?
It's not a fucking grit.
It was
Sexist. It's sexist, right?
It's sarcasm. God damn it! Obviously, I know what happened. So
Gamers.
certain creatures on the internet decided to come together and, I guess, start some sort of, I don't know, campaign against it. I really don't know. But before we talk about those creatures, let's talk about the positive aspects of this game, because I think it deserves that more than fucking destroying the name with these losers. So who has played it so far in this chat?
I've played it.
Have not.
I'm still my physical copy got delayed to the 9th, which told me right there that the game exceeded expectations.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that copy because I'm already playing Oblivion, but I bought this game specifically because of the sweet ass turn-based parry combat system they put in. I thought that was awesome.
I'm gonna say flat out that I think
plays
Square
really good.
Square Enix should be absolutely ashamed of themselves, more so than Ubisoft getting
Thank you.
felted by their ex Ubisoft developers. But
Thank
we'll save that for another part of the conversation.
Or like Nintendo with
Square
Power.
Enix, yeah, well,
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You know, Square Enix got complacent. Square Enix, more so, Square Enix, I think, was following Western trends instead of sticking to what made them good.
They're too sanded off and rounded. There's no edge to Square Enix anymore. It's a safe. It
No
feels like it's a safe-
Sakaguchi.
Well,
If there's no Sakaguchi, there is no Final Fantasy.
There's no innovation
Hardline.
on their side. Like, this is a very innovative game. I love turn-based combat. I'm so glad to see a game like this take off.
Me too.
Me too.
Well,
dude.
they're trying. In their minds, they're trying to innovate, but they're also trying to change Final Fantasy. The big issue with Final Fantasy, it's like I always compare Dragon Quest to Final Fantasy because Dragon Quest has always traditionally stayed Dragon Quest when it
Dragon
comes
Quest,
to the main numbered titles, whereas
Right.
Final Fantasy after 10 they decided to do an MMO. And then they decided to go with 12, which was like an MMO for lonely people. And then 13 was like, we want to copy Western trends. And then they continue to try and copy Western trends. And it's like, guys, you've now created like 3 different fans of Final Fantasy. The MMO fans, the ones that are like it because it's like Western slop. It tries to imitate Western slop. And then the traditionalists. So none of the games are doing exceptional except for the MMO because there's a huge there's basically no MMOs out there that I think are are new, fresh, and
Yoshi
people just
P
keep
was
going back
carrying.
to Final Fantasy. And
Yoshi
then
P was carrying
in that
14.
regard, like Final Fantasy has higher highs, but Dragon Quest is more consistent. But in regards to this game, here's what I'm really digging about the discourse around this game. I've jokingly bitched at Nure for her lack of playing JRPGs. She's a fucking Western RPG gal. And you know what? That's some homo shit, because JRPGs are the shit. Then she was playing this, and she's like, okay, I might actually have to start getting into JRPGs. Like, fuck yeah, Gateway. Like, she was, that's
but you're
doing it
setting
right,
her up
son.
for failure, though, because are the other ones going to be as good?
The problem is, if you want them to be like that, you have to go back to when
gotta go back to
Sakaguchi was
the
making Final
classics.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or PlayStation 1 era, like I just did with the
Persona,
Suikoden and
Persona,
HD
Persona,
remaster.
I mean,
it's new. It's
Or
I had a
Persona,
great
yeah.
time playing Dragon Quest 3 remake, but I mean that's real old school. Every
Oh, but
5
it's
fucking
type-
seconds.
I'm not a
Type A and B
JRPG
bodies,
guy
though, isn't
at
it? That's a
all.
deal breaker for some
Christ.
people.
I'm not a JRPG guy at all, and this game
Gamer.
has me hooked.
There's also
I'm with
Xenoblade.
it.
That's pretty great.
Chrono
That is pretty
Trigger,
good.
yeah. Somebody said in the chat,
Chrono Trigger, yeah.
Trigger, and that's the
That's the best game
God
ever
tier.
made.
There
I agree. That's one of my favorite games of all
There are
time.
actually a lot of JRPGs that I mean, yeah, they won't play like Expedition 33, but they're just as good. Like you have the Suikoden series. You have you have Breath of Fire, you have Shining Force. Like there are a lot of Phantasy Star, a lot of different like RPG series out there that a lot of people just sleep on just because they weren't made today.
Bring back Grandia.
But this game shows that there is a hunger and a market for that. And frankly, look, as much as I love my Japanese content, I'm tired of seeing the West suck balls. And so when you see something like this, and it shows, oh wait, we still got it. We can still do shit. Like this is innovative in the way that it takes from the East, but it's still very much a Western game. And I mean that in like the golden age of Western gaming from like the mid 2000s, where we knew what we were doing.
Yep. So like when they were gonna make the way the Final Fantasy series went, obviously after they planned to make 9, 10, 11 back to back, they made the movie. The movie bombed, then it cost Sakaguchi, the creator of the series, his job. But then after that, Square Enix, after they merged, spent the rest of the time trying to turn the Final Fantasy series into fucking movies, and forgot what made them great in the first place. So when I saw this, I thought, holy shit, it's a modern sort of AAA-esque looking turn-based RPG that doesn't look like it's for kids or people with very niche tastes. I can't believe this fucking exists. This is where Final Fantasy should have gone instead of doing what they did. So that's why
I've been
really gotta
saying,
play it.
man. This is the Final Fantasy that we never got.
Exactly.
And it's so sad because the entire time I'm playing this, I'm like, first off, this game's amazing. It really is. Like it. I have not seen such a mixture of so many different games put together that creates this incredible experience, which is, again, this game has Dark Souls elements or From Software elements, right? Good parry system, dodge system, jump system, right? Where you actually have to jump over certain attacks in order to counter. It is very much skill based because, especially parrying, you have to be on the nose. If you're even half a second too early or too late, you are not going to parry. But the thing is, they reward people who invest time into learning how to parry, because parrying is the only way you can counterattack for massive damage. That's the only way. Dodging is safer, but you're not going to do any counter damage, so you actually end up killing bosses way slower. So there's a lot of that in there. And then on top of the fact that it's an overall good turn-based game, it's got good synergy between all the skills, between all the different characters. It really it is a solid fucking game, combat-wise and everything. My only issue with this game, by far, is the most recent area that I went to, which is this one right here. If I show it on video, it's not really showing. It's like a rocky area or something like that right here. This area was super laggy for me. I don't know why. Like the performance completely took a fucking hit in this area.
That happened to me earlier than this when it went to like the top-down view on the overworld. Like it was like super laggy for a little bit, and I was like, "What is happening right now?"
Yeah, I don't know. Like the performance took a hit only in this area for me so far. Once I left this area, it was fine again. So something about this area is not optimized because, I mean, again, I have a 4090. I should not be having any kind of issues like that. And the rest of the game ran perfectly fine. But then I got to this area and then, performance-wise, it kind of tanked a little bit. But aside from that...
I was
You
I was
know.
playing it. I was playing it, and I was gushing over it just like you are right now. And I don't know if someone was trying to start shit or if this was early on with your playthrough. But I was like, this game is awesome. It's definitely on my game of the year. You know, this, that, the other thing. And I don't remember who it was, but someone commented, they're like, stop gushing, chill out. At least Hypno's taking a more relaxed approach. He's only giving it an 8, he said. I was like, well, first off, an 8's not bad, but
I never said that.
You never said so. They're just trying to start shit.
I literally never said that. I never even gave, because I always say the same thing when people ask me, "Hey, what do you think so far about the game?" And I'm this early in the game, I always say I haven't played it enough, so I can't score it. yet.
That's what I figured. I just wanted to like make sure that this person was just trying to start shit with me, or if it was just early on, your feelings changed. Maybe that's why
It wasn't me.
No, they trolled you flat
All
out.
right.
Get wrecked. So this game,
You say get wrecked?
Get wrecked, bro.
Oh
Come
my
on,
God.
man.
One track mind, dude.
Come on,
It's what happens when you focus on playing Monster Hunter Wild.
I'm glad the baby didn't hear that. This fucking guy.
God.
So overall, though, the thing about this game is that, you know, before this game came out, I always said it looked really good. I was like, wow, this looks really good. This is something that I've been looking forward to for a while. And normally when I say that, very rarely does that happen because most games fuck you over. But normally when I say that, even if the game is good, it's usually a little bit below where I thought it was going to be, right? Wherever that bar was set, usually it's a little bit below, but it's enough to be like, all right, it was a good game, good experience. I enjoyed it. This has to be like the first game in 5-ish years, give or take, I would imagine, where my bar was like pretty high on it, considering everything I was seeing about it. And somehow this game just like blew past that fucking ceiling. And
Okay, can I ask you a question then? Because that actually leads to. Okay, fair enough.
No, go ahead. I'm just kidding.
I've seen so many tweets like saying that this is either A, my new favorite game of all time, or B, one of the greatest games of all time. Do you think that's recency bias, or is that gonna last?
No, I think that so playing the game so far, and obviously not knowing the full extent of the story, although I'm starting to piece together what I think might be happening here. I think we're having like another Final Fantasy X moment, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
This game definitely has the means, as long as the story goes where I think it is, it has the means to be an easy franchise, a very long-lasting franchise, something that I would play every fucking game of if it came out with other Expedition games. I don't think it's recency bias at all because, again, this game is going against other fantastic RPGs that I've known for many, many years. So I'm comparing it to older games, not just newer games. Like, I'm not just comparing it to the terrible games that we've gotten from Square Enix recently or anything like that. No, I'm comparing it to really good fucking titles, and it is that good, man. It is like on top of the.
Man, look at that! I love the designs
I
of
very
everything.
rarely praise a game like this, but I'm telling you, with like as much as I possibly can, this game has something for everyone. Which again, I initially thought that the turn-based combat was going to hinder it, because I know how a lot of people are, and they just don't have the fucking, they don't have the patience and anything to play a turn-based game anymore. Everybody wants action, action, action. But there's a lot of people who are playing this game, talking on X and everything, and they're talking about the fact that they are usually players that don't play games like this, but that they're experiencing it because it has a parry system, it has a dodge system, it has all that stuff that action players are looking for, while also still maintaining its strategic aspect with the turn-based with the turn-based gameplay.
Do you think,
what?
Oh, do you think that other studios are going to start following that trend if they want to make turn-based? Or they just
in terms of what, like adding
all of those action elements to it with the parry and the dodge and stuff like that?
I mean, they have been. I mean, look at some of the most successful video games that in the RPG genre. That most of them are turn-based. The only ones are the fucking clowns over at Square Enix. Nobody wants these games. They don't want these games. Shout out to Persona. Shout out to Like a Dragon. Like a fucking Metaphor, Baldur's Gate. Like How many
Yeah,
games
where
does
is
it have to
that-
prove?
Well,
Where does it
It's like a
like these
second
games?
renaissance.
Where's
happening
that
at the moment.
sentiment coming from? Is that the people that were saying, "Oh, America prefers the pronouns and America prefers the type A, type B"?
No, it's
Is
more
that the
so
same
normies.
sentiment going to Square Enix with that? Like, "Oh,
It's
America
all-
prefers not turn-based."
No, it's a lot of people in the West that are either 8th gen gamers or they just never really played Japanese games in their life, and that just looking at Japanese games tends to just disgust them for whatever reason.
So the
Well,
only
keep
thing
in
with
mind,
that is
like
that-
Japanese games have kind of fallen off over the years, and a lot of people grew up on like a lot of these Western games when they were peak. You know, the
Yeah, it feels
Japanese
like,
games have kind of been
fallen off
in
flag.
the doghouse for a while.
Well,
So I'm not surprised. Like a lot of people don't really take a shine to them because they've lost a lot of the prestige that they used to have.
Well,
The Japanese were on the top.
I can't
Seven-
For a long
explain
time.
why this happened, but after the PlayStation 1 era, which was like the renaissance of turn-based or the real Western push, thanks to Final Fantasy 7, by PS2, by the end of PS2, they'd fallen off a cliff. It just didn't exist
Yep.
in the West
Well,
anymore.
I mean,
And it was that
the
quick,
issue-
so it's before Gen 8. Like,
The issue is that, Square Enix was the forefront of turn-based JRPG games, and they really fell off 7th gen. Like they tripled down on Final Fantasy 13, like this Western copycat slop, instead
that
of like
game, too.
actually doing
hate that
different
game
things.
so
Like
much.
I can't even. Was there even like a Dragon Quest game that came out during that time? They tried Blue Dragon. That
No,
didn't
yeah,
take off at
you can't
all.
do
Like
I'm mad because Blue
You
Dragon
got
was
a bunch of
good.
Dragon
Yes,
Quest
good.
side quests or side games. You got things like Dragon Quest Builders or
Yeah.
Dragon Quest.
That was like- that was like DS. We got Dragon Quest 8 on PS2.
yeah,
But no, but she was saying after that, like 8 was the
Oh,
last.
yeah,
for a
Blue
long
Sky
time,
was
8 the
cool.
last one. Then you had
yep,
basically you had a couple of fucking Dragon Quest spinoffs, but no main entries for like 10 years or some shit.
exactly.
Correct.
So it's
You had
like they were
Grandia.
faltering 7th gen big time.
Yeah, you had like Grandia 2. I can think of Lord of the Rings, The Third Age. That's a
Third, which
turn-based.
is underrated as shit, by the way. Third Age is a
Yeah,
great
sure
game.
is. Yeah, it's really good. And then they just sort of disappeared in the West. They just didn't make it. I don't know why. It seems like it was them that made the decision because I was looking for them, and loads of other people like me were looking for these games. You had Final Fantasy 10, 10-2, Grandia 2, Third Age, and then towards the end, Dragon Quest 8. And I can't think of any others.
I
other
just I think that again you can compare this game to any game of the past. I think what we're witnessing is a bit of a revolution in terms of turn-based games. I think that this game has proven that not only is there a fan base that is going to be all for this, the word of mouth is spreading like crazy. No matter how much George fucking asshole wants to try to stop it, it's it doesn't matter. Like this game has definitely revolutionized turn-based RPGs for a multitude of reasons. And keep in mind, a lot of the systems that are in this game are in other games. They may not be all together like it is here, but they are they are in other games. There's been turn-based games that had parry systems before. There's been turn-based games that's had a lot of this shit, but Persona's probably, I would say, the most relevant one in comparison.
Is it true that only? Is
a lot
it true
of
that only like
very-
33 people made it? Sorry, Leon.
Yep.
33,
Does
yeah.
anyone know if that's true? Like
That's
only
true.
33 people
33
made this
people,
game?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, think about how much money they're going to make on this because it doesn't have all that bloat.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, that's
Correct.
exactly.
This is a
Right.
double A game, technically, isn't it?
No, not
Yeah.
even.
No.
Not even technically. Technically, not even. I don't think their budget's high enough, and their team isn't high enough. It might even this might even be considered damn near indie.
I was gonna say it's borderline indie from
Yeah.
the research I did. 33 people. It's a very small team.
Which
I
is
like-
why
I like seeing them
consider this to be
do
so
well.
revolutionary because this is a high quality product with engaging systems that all come together to prove that you don't need a fucking 3,000 team, for Assassin's Creed chat. You don't need that shit, man. This game
At all.
This
You know
game
what I'm-
looks good, plays
what I'm
good,
surprised
sounds
about?
good.
Looks
Yeah.
good is an important part of that because they don't come out looking like this. Whenever JRPGs have been made by Square or whatever, they've called them Bravely Default when it should just be Final Fantasy or Octopath
Yeah.
Traveler. These games are popular, or like I Am Setsuna or Child of Light, but they're niche. They're so indie that they don't have that sort of polished modern 3D look. This does, and that will be the difference maker.
I
Yeah.
am surprised that it's getting universal praise from players and journos because Typically, the journals have an agenda to push against success, especially breakout success from indie like Schedule One.
Well, but
or
here's
any-
the dealio, Smash. This game was heavily promoted by Microsoft, so by that measure, the journals kind of have to go along with because this
It's
was
like
one of the
defend-
big
that's
four
like a
games they
shield.
showcased at their recent showcase.
So if they didn't put it on Game Pass day one, I wonder if there would be no
I wonder
shield
the
for
same
them.
thing. If Microsoft didn't go all in on hedging their bets on this, I bet you we would see what you're talking about with the journalists.
Oh man, I wonder.
Have y'all talked about the art direction yet? About how fucking beautiful this game is?
Oh yeah.
It is
Well, yeah.
Like when you walk into the, I think it's called the Flying Waters area. That's where I'm at right now. My jaw was on the
it's
floor.
amazing.
I'm like, Jesus Christ,
Dude, I stopped and
style-
like,
game
looked
that
up at
looks
the
this good.
sky for like a minute on my stream. I'm like, this is like
It's
incredible.
great.
Just, like,
The art
sick.
design on this game is fantastic.
Yep.
It's beautiful, man.
Like,
And
give
it's
that
only
guy a
33.
promotion.
Like 33 people made this game look as good as it does, play as good as it does. Story is actually engaging, right? The characters are actually good. You know, they don't look ugly either. All the characters look decent. It's like, bro, this is an example. Just make games like this. Like, I don't understand what the issue is with all these other people.
Jada, do you remember when this game was first announced last year? Now, you may not be on the show yet, so maybe you don't remember, but like we covered this game when it was very first announced, and that
Yep.
was the general consensus among this whole panel was, holy shit, the character design isn't fugly and it's Western. Like that was one of the first things everyone on the panel noticed.
And all the girls
Yeah.
are attractive. All of them.
Yep.
There's like not
Yep.
one ugly girl in the entire game. It's amazing.
And then again, this game, like I said, from the first trailer, like Leon said too, for the first trailer, I was like, there's something special here. I couldn't quite place it, but there was something about this game and the presentation. And again, there is a lot of attention to detail. It's fucking ridiculous how much details in this game. Every
Yeah.
single, like the moment you select something on screen, the character reacts to it. Even if you're trying to go from one menu to another, the character's like, oh, okay. And then it's insane. Also, the comedy is actually good. Like there's comedy in this game that is not cringe and it's actually good. And the story is engaging to the point where this is one of the few RPGs that I played recently that I'm like, oh man, I really want to know what happens. Like I'm sitting here,
Yeah, I'm interested.
you know those people. You ever watch a movie with people who won't shut the fuck up and they keep asking questions? That's me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how I am with movies. I'm terrible like that.
Sure.
That's how I was with this game. I was like, what's gonna happen here? What's this? What's that? And Smash was like, I thought you didn't want to know. In the chat, I'm like, shut up, Smash. Like I'm asking
Oh, I mean, he
questions.
prefaced it saying no spoilers, chat. Wait, what happens if what's gonna happen here? I'm like, shut up.
That's the sign of a good engaging
talking to
game is you're
myself.
actively thinking about what's coming next. It's a
I
sign of a good
know.
engaging
It's just
story in
funny how you
general.
followed
Also-
it up after saying no spoilers.
I know.
The great thing about this
also
game that
wanna
makes
give
it
the devs
stand out
credit.
is the fact that it's not afraid to have to be stylish. Like a lot of people think that Devil May Cry is overly eccentric. Good,
Mhm.
because at least it stands out from everything else. This
Yeah.
game is not afraid to stand out. Also, it's not afraid of blood, and
Yeah.
you know what? It does it in a way that it's just they're not trying to make a massive statement. No, it's just uniquely embracing all these things that gamers want.
Yeah, like the detail,
well,
just
we
really
talked
quick. The detail in the game. So you just saw it right there on screen, actually. So the detail is so good in this game that first off, your HP, look how bloody she is. The HP, your HP doesn't go up after every battle. So you have to heal either in the battle or using an elixir or go into the flag. So the lower your HP, the more blood is on the character. So there's actually like a significance to the blood being on the character. And it shows that
Which is
these
super
characters
helpful.
are, yeah, I mean, it shows that they're battle hardened too. Like they just went through a battle.
It also cleans up the heads up display so it doesn't fill the screen with
Uh-huh.
all the shit. You can just look at the person. and
They
be
let
like,
the
"Oh,
detail talk instead of saying,
Exactly.
hey, you're low HP.
yeah,
The OG Resident Evil method. You didn't have
la-
fucking HUD. How the character walked indicated your health. Like
The game,
Yeah.
the game that made me truly appreciate that was Ghost of Tsushima, where instead of having like a little map on the screen that tells you where everything is, the fucking wind blows
The
and tell
wind
you where
blows
it is. So when
Yeah,
you have something
facts.
like the more you can clean up the HUD, the better. Especially when you talk about this modern stuff where I guess graphical fidelity is, I don't know if that's important, but like the art style is most important nowadays. So when you go into a game and you look at it and it's beautiful, like you guys say it is, I don't want a fucking map in the top left corner of the screen blocking shit. I just want to go in. I shouldn't have to put it in picture mode or photo mode to look at how beautiful your game is. So I mean, that's always appreciated.
Well, what I've learned too with the heads-up display having a mini map, it can actually detract from the overall experience of the game because I find myself just watching the map where I'm walking instead of paying attention to the world and trying to remember where I am.
Of course, Final Fantasy X, you just spend all your time looking at the mini map because the camera angle changes in that game. So you find that like you're running one direction, suddenly you have to sort of let go of the stick and move in another direction because the camera angle changed. Doesn't happen on the map, so you just end up staring at the map all the time.
Yep, and there's no mini map in this game, so just so people are aware.
Not even in the world map. Like you have to
Oh,
open
really?
the map up.
No mini map
yeah,
anywhere.
There's no
no.
mini map.
There's
Like,
a
when
main map.
the
Obviously,
world
you
map-
can open up the map.
Oh,
but-
okay. Yeah, that's
But there's
what
no mini map. So when you're running around,
That's what I would prefer to have one you can open and look at. I don't.
The second
I agree.
you're
I don't
able-
like it when it's on the screen. Either.
The second you're able to open that map, it is a massive map. I was like, damn, I thought this was a 30-hour game. Like, it's a huge map.
And this game too, even though it technically is a semi-linear game, it's not like open world. Each area has so much to find and explore.
Yep.
It's not like you're
Lots of paths.
It's
Lots.
not like
Not
you're
Final
south of
Fantasy
midnight.
13.
One path you could take and you
Yep.
find a piece of cotton somewhere. Like this is like a true.
I had to bring up cotton.
There's cotton in the fucking game. It's not
That's
my
what
fault.
they pick cotton in the game.
Oh, I'm
it's
sorry,
not our fault.
Floof. It's Floof. I'm sorry. But no, this game seriously rewards exploration very well. And you know, one of the things I talked positively about Avowed was its ability for like the exploration was very good in Avowed. You run around and there's just so much to find, every little nook and cranny. This game does it just as good, if not probably better. So it's it's amazing.
Has secret
I want
bosses
to
too.
draw attention to something Cassie used to talk about all the fucking time when we first met, that the devs did right with this. When again, like this was one of these show stealers at what Summer Games Fest, whatever it was, because their initial trailer was not just cinematic; it showed gameplay in the first trailer. We had an idea of what this game would be off rip.
Yep.
I agree.
The other thing that kind of
Talk about the music, man.
Oh, the
Thank
music.
you.
God
Music.
damn it.
Oh my goodness. Especially the boss music, man. It's amazing.
I wouldn't even say especially the boss music. I think like all the music is top tier. Like there's not anything
Yeah,
that stands
everything.
Yeah, I can't wait to play this game.
I love moments like this in the gaming community where it's like a game that everyone is just like coming together around to talk about. Like it reminds me of old school when it was just limited games that everyone was like,
Shut up, you rage bait grifter.
I'm glad
You
it
need this
didn't
game to be woke.
I'm glad it didn't
Right.
get buried. I'm glad it didn't get buried by Oblivion, which
Yeah.
I saw some people concerned about that, but it's doing well.
Which
It
makes you wonder how well
it
it
kind of
probably
sucks
would've
because I
did.
got to wait so damn long to play it.
Yeah, it makes you
That's why I
wonder how
haven't touched
well it could have
Oblivion yet.
performed, you know, because it's already performing pretty well, almost 100,000 for a team of 33. They definitely got their money back.
Oh, they're
or
happy.
almost.
Yeah, they're happy.
And at this point, word of mouth is spreading so damn fast about this game. It's going to keep going up.
Oh yeah. Have you talked
what-
about the fact that it is a Game Pass game?
Well, hold
By
on.
the
Let's
way-
talk about the music first, and then we'll cover the Game Pass thing.
All right.
So the music. When I was reviewing South to Midnight, one of the positives about there wasn't many, but one of the positives was the music. But here's the problem. So South to Midnight practice we have good music and that's all that matters thing, which is they had good music, but they took the music and they put it wherever the fuck they wanted to, regardless of whether or not that music actually matched what was happening on
The
screen.
atmosphere.
They didn't care. They weren't trying to create, good atmosphere through most of what was happening on screen. This game not only has amazing music, but then puts it in it matches everything that's happening. They set the tone, they set the overall atmosphere with the music. Everything matches in this game perfectly. If it's a playful moment, they got the playful music with the gestrels and stuff like that. If it's a serious moment, it turns serious. You hear it. It is incredible. This has some of the best music that I've heard, and obviously it's French, so a lot of the lyrics are French or whatever. But
which is unfortunate.
Yeah, but it's pretty good.
I actually like the lyrics not being in English because it kind of
Japanese lyrics also not in English.
That was a joke.
Oh, gotcha.
Like the joke I was making was that, like, you know, I like most of my like fucking music library is either video game music or Japanese music.
Yeah.
But I always dunk on the
Yeah, I'm
French
like
because
that.
they're French. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. As a Brit, fuck the French, but you know.
Thank you. That's all I was saying.
It's kind of like with Shadows too. Shadows, there
Can't
was
believe I
some
missed
parts where Shadows had interesting music, but then it would just throw it like it would
Fucking
throw it into the
trap beat.
fucking random like what the whole Noway boss battle, the Tarantino wannabe shit, like it just completely didn't match what was happening.
Right.
But
Yeah.
this
Oh, no,
game,
it didn't.
this game does not suffer from that. It everything matches perfectly, and they did a great job. So let's talk about the Game Pass thing. So this game is another Game Pass narrative destroyer, proving that good games will always be taken home by people, whereas bad games go to die on Game Pass, basically. Because what Game Pass has allowed these bad video games to try to be in the same conversation as the good video games, where they will try to say, well, yeah, copy sold. I don't really know what that's about, but we got 1 million players engaged though, so that's got to count for something, right? Whereas games like this, you know, this developer, they didn't hit a million sales. They just announced they did 500,000 sales. They still announced it though. They didn't say 1 million players engaged, 2 million players. No, they said we got 500,000 copies sold. It almost makes you
2
wonder
million
if they're-
brains harvested. Sorry.
Right.
3 million people have commented on the game.
Plugged into the Matrix.
500 million views on one post.
And just to put into perspective, guys, if you go into GameStop and you pick up Assassin's Creed, you are now a player. So
basically,
if you look at it on the shelf, you are a player.
700 billion people know about this game.
If you tweeted about this game, you're a player.
Hypno,
Oh, yeah.
Real quick, we have like a direct comparison that is fascinating because when Compulsion Games came out with South of Midnight, the excuse that people shilling for it were using was, oh, it's because of Game Pass, that it only has a max all-time concurrent player count of 1,438 people.
That's ridiculous. That's what they try to say. They're like, hey,
and we
they're
never
like,
picked
hey,
up on the fact that, remember, Stalker came out and that had over 100,000, and that came out on Game Pass. So
It's obviously doing well on other platforms. Like I said, it was I pre-ordered it like a week and a half before it came out, I think.
Right.
And I mean, I didn't get it. It's delayed. They didn't have enough, so
which
selling out.
By the way, not one but two narrative destroyers came out within the same like week or so, because you have Oblivion. It's also a Game Pass Day One game.
Yep.
And then you have this game. No, it passed 200,000.
Did it? Oh, it finally
did. Do that? Did it do that today?
Oh, I knew it would this weekend.
Hold on,
It'll be the last
I'll show
24
you right
hours
now.
or so.
I have it up. Look,
because I know yesterday it was
205.
at what,
Yeah, I knew it.
170, right? 170,000.
205.
I bet you could almost even probably see it hit 250 by tonight.
Yeah,
because all these people.
You know what
This is a
helps?
huge night for gaming.
What helps with this game is it's so fucking long, so many hours that it's gonna keep a concurrent high for a while.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah, I've just been fucking around and exploring. I haven't even
let's-
done
let's-
anything.
Let's stay on expedition.
Yeah.
Let's stay on expedition. So
Look at that.
but overall, this game has proven that bad games go to die on Game Pass. That's obvious. And they're trying to use Game Pass as an excuse. So, and they'll try to say, oh, well, you know, I don't even think some of the people that have been commenting on my channel don't even realize this is a Game Pass game half of the time, because I'll be arguing with people and then they'll be like, well, you know, those games were on Game Pass, so that's why. And I'm like, well, this is too. And then you never hear from them again, right?
Yeah.
And then Oblivion proved it as well. So if people, again, I keep telling people, man, you will use the analogy of, it doesn't matter, bro. If people want to rent your game, if you're the one that's the most rented game, nobody fucking cares, bro. Right? If you are a game that people actually want to take home, they will take home, they will buy your game. And like Atreus said, Stalker proved that as well. There's been a couple of games that have come out on Game Pass Day One that have proved that. Starfield, I think, is another one as well.
Doom is going to prove that. I mean,
Doom is going to prove
Doom's
that.
gonna go crazy.
I mean, the reality is, it's like, look, man, if you don't actually go out of your way to buy something that you're like, you know, talking up, you're talking a big game about, if you don't care enough to buy it, then what the fuck does that even mean? Like, what does your word even mean? Like, that's really all that matters at the end of the day. If anything, Game Pass is kind of just exposing, really, if people actually care about the shit that they're, you know, defending or not.
Exactly. 'Cause if you cared about, like, you got Khalif Adams out there talking about South of Midnight is for the culture. This is a win. Bitch,
He's
how?
begging for codes.
1,400 people played it.
And he's begging
on, I
for a
just got a
fucking
funny
review
comment.
code. Fucking loser.
I just got to. It just doesn't make any sense. This is
That
what
guy
I'm saying.
loves the beg.
Somebody right here, Iron Lance, South to Midnight is a new IP. To be honest, what do you think
So
this
is
is?
this? See, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's what I'm talking. That's what we're talking about right there. Like,
I hope that's
this game is this. I think this is their first game. By the way, I think this is their first game.
Yeah,
And
they
it just
they
drew-
opened their studio
Hold on,
in
hold on.
2020.
Iron
so-
Lance, you're getting double the fucking whammy on that comment, because not only is this game doing wild numbers, you also got a movie that's a new IP that's doing great.
Yep.
Off of fucking
Sinners.
Exactly, Sinners off of fucking word of mouth.
By
So
the
it's
way,
not-
the very low second weekend drop for that movie, which is amazing.
Really good. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I love seeing that movie do well because we need. I want more original shit.
Yeah,
Tired of all these
that's what missing from
franchises and
everything.
remakes and
seen it yet?
reboots.
Like, have you
It's
seen
just
it?
fucking awesome.
Which is
It's
probably
so
why
fucking
I'm
good.
so like, I guess I don't know.
I
shocked by
really
this
want the
game, to be honest.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
Oh,
they do like a soundtrack vinyl because I'll buy
They
the
are
second
doing
one.
a vinyl. They're
Stick
doing
to
a
the
vinyl.
game.
Are they?
Don't-
Can I
Sorry,
pre-order
don't
that?
Don't switch the topic.
yet.
Switch the game.
Well, even this game, I would buy a vinyl for Expedition 33. It's fucking great. The music is amazing.
Mm.
Yeah, and it
Again,
kind of
me-
proves too that this is a studio of 33 people. But remember, these are industry veterans. These are people that left mostly Ubisoft, but they left other studios.
Oh, I didn't
because
know that.
because they
here's
wanted
where
to.
Hey, that
do,
makes this even better.
Yeah.
Here's how you can
Yeah.
prove the DEI behind the scenes is far worse than actually being like. Of course, we all don't like forced diversity and shit in our games, but these are industry vets that probably got laid off or lost their jobs or whatever, and Ubisoft decided to hire a bunch of they thems or pronouns in the bios or fucking black people. For the sake
Or
of being
these
black.
people
All
saw
these fucking
Ubisoft
people-
hiring those people and were like, "We're fucking out of here. I can't work at this place anymore."
Yeah,
Like the professor.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what they're not going to like.
Oh,
Though?
that's
Have you seen the team the team behind this game?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no,
they're all white.
no blue hair, no purple hair,
They
no
are
nose
all
rings.
normal.
And they haven't bitched
looking-
about that.
I'm
I'm
surprised.
surprised. I'm surprised there's no article saying they're like culturally appropriating
Again, but
Japan's
going back to
culture and
Hilco's
shit.
Point, this is what we talked about. If Microsoft if they didn't have that day one Game Pass deal signed, that's what they'd be going after right now.
Because you remember the
guarantee it.
shit that they gave the Ghost of Tsushima crew.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's all white men.
Remember that? Remember the guy playing the flute?
33 people,
Yeah.
6 females.
I mean, like honestly, you got to call out the weirdos that call themselves, right wing or
we gotta talk about that.
on our because they're the ones bitching that apparently 20% of the NPCs in this game are black, and it's like,
God, that was.
can you guys be any more fucking retarded? Like you
Sitting down
sound
and
like
taking the time to
everything
count out the black
I was just gonna
NPCs.
say, I didn't
crazy.
even-
Here's a
Gamergate
fucking
right
spreadsheet.
enter my mind.
There was 10 in this area.
Who plays a game and thinks like that though? Like that didn't even enter my
Well,
mind.
they think
Weirdos.
we do.
Smash George Torch Gaming or whatever his fucking homo ass name is doesn't actually play games like
Right.
No, he
JDA does.
He never
JDA
gets off
told
Twitter.
me on my fucking show a year ago he only plays Nintendo games. Like these fuckers don't game.
It's really
Right.
it's really his kids.
No,
that
no,
play
shame
Nintendo.
on you for having him on the show and allowing him to say that and not immediately kicking him.
He was on this show.
To be fair,
Kind of
I
valid.
dropped a massive hit piece on him, and then he was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "You want to hash it out on fucking stream? We'll do it because I'm a fucking man." So just
All right,
saying.
here's
After
what
I
we're
came
here's
with
what we're
that.
gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We can cover this fucking loser statements for like 10 minutes, and then we're
Can you
gonna
share
get
my
to,
screen?
we're gonna get to
Just-
super chats. What am I sharing?
So this was sent to me by Heavenly Jester, and the point of it is the AI's feedback of what we're talking about. It says viewers in the chat are discussing the Golden Patriot comic book series that has created Yellowflash 2. They are joking about Smash, the resident normie in the chat, and his lack of knowledge about comics and gaming.
Oh man.
AI is based.
Oh, it's okay.
Felted, buddy.
It's
I got
Yeah.
pelted by fucking AI.
Smash.
Over. That's great. Smash got felted by AI.
That's what AI
That
is made for, boy. That's
That
what I'm
is
talking about.
titties.
Hey,
and
Alexa,
felted
if
He's
you
not.
need-
He's a little above normal. I mean, he knows what little Samson is.
I
Listen,
definitely
if
know
you
that
need
one.
any
yeah.
ammo, the AI just gave it to you.
common AIW. That's how I see it. All right, let's so we'll give you 10 minutes with this fuck. I don't want to give this guy airtime because this is what he wants, bro. This is
I was gonna say
let's be very clear.
I was gonna say I'm gonna hop off, but I'll stay for this part that I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
It's something to prove now.
This is okay. So this is Gamergate 3. In case you guys are unaware,
Third,
in case you
right.
guys are unaware, there is a Gamergate 3 that is supposedly trying to.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, no, I know there isn't.
I hate just saying Gamergate 2.
I don't know if
Thank
heard,
you.
Now we're
but
going to the
last
third
night-
one.
Last night,
I
I
like
officially announced that I am heading Gamergate 4. So we skipped right past.
Brilliant.
So Gamergate 3 is trying to and you know what's funny? So Gamergate has always been a thing that has organically happened, not through a collective mindset of people trying to say we're going to do this right now. It has just been through a collective I guess reaction of like what the fuck is happening right now, and then people start talking, and before you know it, it's just everybody starts saying, yeah, this is kind of dumb what's going down. So this is the first one that's trying to be started inorganically. It's being started by people that are trying to I don't know, bro. They're really trying to co-opt the movement because number one, they realize there's probably profit in it. Number two, maybe it's clout based. I really don't know.
Clout, it's attention. Yeah.
Number three, these people do not play fucking games, man. George Torch Games does not play games. I'm telling you right now, literally doesn't play games. He says he played Expedition 33, provides zero proof about it, and I highly doubt he got very far because apparently he's in the opening cutscene trying to count every black person that's in the game. So I don't think he got very far. Because he probably saw too many black people and decided to cut the game off. And then, I can't even talk about this guy seriously because I know it's all bullshit. Like I literally know that every fucking post that comes out of this guy's mouth is a lie. And
this guy isn't an alt account for someone else.
But
It's like a real
here's
guy.
the problem. Hypno, while I agree, giving this dude airtime 9 out of 10 is a mistake. There are dumb motherfuckers who buy into this. He has a presence. He has a following. Like I was talking some shit, about him on X today, and I got George Torch Game supporters underneath my fucking comments. Like calling me
yes, you are right. Yes, you're 100% right. But the thing is, a lot of his supposed support, if you look at his Twitter page and see the people that are supporting him in the comments, which aren't many, but if you look at the ones that are, they talk and type exactly like him. It would almost make you wonder that he's probably just supporting himself through alternate accounts. And it is a known strategy that his, companions like to use as well, where they use alternate accounts to push different ideologies that they scream about opposite on another account. But anyway, so this is his manifesto. That's what we're going to call it, the Gamergate 3 manifesto, really about Expedition 33. And I like how he makes it seem as if this is a game he totally wasn't going to go after, but now he feels like he has to because God told him to. So it says, gamers, hate that shit. I originally didn't go on a crusade against Expedition 33 because of the following. Number one, it's a new IP. The devs didn't hijack an existing one, and it certainly isn't a Concord where even robots featured pronouns. It's not a remaster where type A and B nonsense was injected when there was previously none of that. It's a new studio that hasn't sold its soul to globalist entities like Embracer Group, Kepler Interactive. It's a publisher is owned by a group of independent game devs behind games like Sifu.
Oh, Sifu is great.
It is great. It is not a Doom to Dark Ages, which, by the way, this is the same people calling Doom woke. So for everybody
there's no evidence of that yet. I don't know where that's coming from.
He says that the girl in it is ugly.
Everybody who asks me in my chat whenever I talk, because I've reacted to a couple of Doom trailers, and I keep telling people that there are certain creatures out there that are calling Doom woke. And I see a lot of comments like, who's calling Doom woke? Who's saying that? Well, now you know who's saying it. It's not a Doom to Dark Ages where a feminist company like Microsoft is diluting an existing brand by appealing to the Pedro Pascal Disney Marvel audience.
Oh my God.
It's not a compulsion game or Obsidian, once revered studios that have been corrupted beyond redemption by DEI and feminist initiatives sponsored by Microsoft. However, the tone of the DEI inclusion in the game is antagonistic towards French and European ideas. Is this guy French or Europe? Like, is he any of these things? I can't continue spreading
No, is his name like Garcia or something?
Yeah, he's a fucking Latino or some shit.
Oh, kick him the fuck out. I can't. I can't continue spreading a coherent message if I don't call it out. Oh, thank God you're calling it out, sir.
Thank
Many
God you're
won't
calling
agree.
out the misrepresentation in the fantasy Paris.
This
Yeah,
guy-
dude, you're so. This guy,
did he
I hate
just-
George, bro.
Did
I
he
really
just
do.
refer to himself as spreading a coherent message?
I have no idea, dude. Many won't agree with this, but we can't keep tolerating every single disrespect to Western identity in the form of alternate worlds. Oh, so alternate worlds are not allowed anymore now. So like, we
Apparently
can't.
not.
So
God,
fuck
bro,
the
this
Twilight
guy's
Zone
a fucking
thing.
I love
moron.
alternate worlds. It's my fucking comic book is an alternate world. It's so,
Oh, careful!
that's
Now he's gonna
dumb.
try to cancel you next.
Well, fiction
What's
in
wrong
general
with-
is
It's
an
not
alternate
dumb.
tale.
It's not dumb, Yellowflash. If the side these gamers support.
Shit,
win.
Ryan, you still here? Fuck, I ain't heard you in a minute.
Let me finish reading this really quick. Expedition 33 is no better in that regard than woke slop like Bridgerton. The game. Oh, so we're comparing. Wow, hold on. So I didn't even read this part. So we're comparing Expedition 33 to Bridgerton, where they actually they race swap royalty and put black females in it or whatever. Like
Holy shit!
we're
There's
comparing.
a fat bitch in it.
Are we
What the
seriously?
fuck is Bridgerton? I don't even know what that is.
It's a fake.
It's a Netflix show.
It's a
where they
fake
race
period
swap
drama.
and gender
Yeah.
swap all the
It's a
what is
fake
it?
period drama with like black lords and fat ladies.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
It's for
So
women.
hell.
Okay, it's
I'm
for
glad-
just-
I'm glad I
just
don't know what it is.
historically
then.
inaccurate.
Of course, George Torch knows what it is. Go on.
DEI destroys everything. Western gaming deserves respect. European history deserves blah 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 blah. That stuff. So
I truly hate this nigga, dude. Like, y'all don't understand.
You know what
And
they
he's
realized?
off it,
is-
Gator. Simple
They
as
realized. Well, hold on. They realized that they are useless and provide no redeeming qualities. So they have decided to now co-opt the side that nobody cares about to try to get any stragglers to just go against the grain on whatever it is, because there'll always be some people to gravitate towards going against the grain, even if it doesn't make it.
this guy is perfect for people that are just looking for like bias, like confirming bias,
Bias,
like,
yeah.
you know, bias confirmation.
Yeah.
That's really like this guy's perfect for that. So if you're looking for anybody who's just gonna flat out just say exactly what you want to hear, like this is who it is.
Yeah.
And he's saying it to the point where it doesn't even make sense. Half the shit that he's talking
Yeah.
about, that like why, and then people try to say, well, you're not what do they say? You're not combating any of his concerns. What concerns? He said nothing here. He said absolutely nothing here other than the game is woke because I said so.
And that's the
literally
problem that a lot
literally
of
it.
people. That's the problem
Yeah.
that a lot of people run into when it comes to dealing with these kinds of individuals. It's like you give them airtime knowing that they provide nothing to you. Stop
Right.
it.
This is why
You-
I didn't
get
want to
it.
cover
Oh,
it,
well,
but
I understand. Like, I understand the idea of somebody, taking someone else's words and twisting it into their own narrative. That's something to combat. But these are people that don't fight for you. These are people like the best you can do as a gamer is vote with your wallet. Let these people fade into obscurity because obviously Expedition is doing great despite them being, the way that they are.
every
Nobody-
game that they've tried to boycott has succeeded.
Yeah.
I'm almost wondering.
It's about
if-
a narrative. It's about controlling a narrative. Because then when you got motherfuckers,
Not
like
everything's
George
a fight,
Bush or
Leon.
JD no, but I think this should be, because you got motherfuckers like Paul Tassi who are inherently going to say, look at your source games, and then look at a fucking tweet or a video from Hypno and write a fucking Forbes article about both of them as if Hypno and your source are the same. And that's another-
I can attest to what Leon is saying because I saw a post recently condemning both Smash JT and Discount Smash JT. That's what I call.
Well, I mean, I was actually gonna.
Who's Discount Smash JT?
Yeah,
looks
who is
just
it?
like you, for fuck's sake.
Your
Smash cheated. TJ.
They
Smash
put you. They
cheated.
put you together in the same conversation or something.
Yes, along
Yeah.
with Vara Dark and a few others. I think Grums was on there too.
Oh, I saw
Reading
that
the law.
post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very Dark, I think, was on there.
So Leon is absolutely correct in
I
this assessment.
agree.
You see
It's
you see a commentator and you see a website pushing a narrative, appealing to the lowest common denominator, and whether we like it or not, still gaining support. So I do agree with Sheep City's perspective. The best way to put out this fire is to deny it the oxygen. It's as simple as that. From
Well,
my
I think it's I'm a very strong proponent of mocking and shaming. This is what we've been doing with woke, ideologically driven leftists for years now, and
Yep.
I'm going to treat these people exactly the same way. I will make fun of them. I will fucking use them as content. The last thing I want is to come off as, oh, you're being quiet because are you siding with them with your silence? No. I think that these guys are clowns, and I'm going to make fun of them. And just like they deserve to be made fun of. They deserve all of this. They deserve to be treated the same exact way that we've treated ideologically driven woke fucking leftists for the past 10 years, where we've been smiting them into oblivion. They deserve exactly the same treatment.
They're all zealots, either for the left or for the apparent far right, which I was sure didn't exist until they started actually preaching like this. And we should just denounce all of it. Fuck it. Play games, make your own minds up, and that's all we need to do.
Yeah, but he doesn't do that. That's the whole point. And there's people that always say, well, this is just going to give people like Mighty Keef and I don't know, Ackman or whoever ammo. It's like, bro, they only ever reference these people because they know they're the retards. They barely reference anybody else. They stopped bothering me for a long time. They don't reference anybody else except the fucking JDAs, the Yorches, and occasionally I guess Judd Roberts or whatever. Like they only reference, especially those two. They only reference them, and then they paint everybody with a blanket brush.
And I was
John F.
just about
Trent,
to.
Melanie Mac, they got the whole group together.
I was just about to bring that up.
Trace, go. Trace, go. Let it Trace talk. Go.
I was just about to bring that up with the whole idea of some of them trying to refer to the fact that we're quote unquote fracturing. But actually, I'm glad that you brought up the Mighty Keith because, Keith just recently alluded to the possibility of appearing on one of our shows. So they might use that publicly, but they understand. And the reason why they're not going after Hypnotic anymore or Smash JT anymore is because they understand, okay, maybe these guys aren't as crazy as I thought if they're willing to call out people that was in their space for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been roasting Backhole for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We roasting your torch.
I don't even bother. That's the thing. This is the first time I've talked about it, I think, since the Goonergate stuff, to be honest with you. It's been months. Because I really don't fucking care about I think zero about these guys. The only time I ever see anything about them is when one of you fucking quote tweet him. That's literally the only time. And that's exactly what he wants. He wants you to quote tweet him every single time because he doesn't have a successful YouTube channel, and the only revenue he's getting is from Twitter. That's literally it. It's like
you couldn't be making more than $30 a month. Like, is it worth it?
Look, I will say this. If you're going to mock and shame and make fun of these people, do it responsibly. Screenshot what they're saying and post it and make fun of them. That's what I choose to do as much as possible.
Good point.
Fucking grifter.
These dudes have gotten so insane that homo ass what's the fuckers dudes Kate Bush's ex-husband has been liking my tweets. Motherfuckers been ideologically opposed to everybody on SNH to try to cancel all of our shows, and he is now liking my tweets calling out yours.
Damn, man, we just passed 1,000 watching.
I've been over 1,000 for a while.
We've been over there.
To be real, I'm 35 fucking years old. I just got married. I have very little care about a bunch of weird ass niggas online complaining about shit that they ain't got shit to do with in the first fucking place. I'm not sitting here I can mock and shame all day, every day, but that's not productive to me. I'd rather just go buy the games I want to play, mind my fucking business. They're not gonna create any kind of drama that's going to affect how I enjoy my games. That's how I see it.
Well, that's great for you, nigga, but I got to roast these niggas. I'm sorry.
and not only that, Obsidian, but I think it does affect you. And here's why. Because you remember, people like Square Enix, people like Capcom to a degree, Koei Tecmo, all these folks have actually listened to the Kotakus, to the Paul Tassi's, individuals like that. And so if we start getting mulled up as being the same as them, the fucking Square Enix is going to be like, oh, we're not going to we're not going to course correct. We're not going to write the shit. We're going to keep making these homo ass games because that's, we're a fringe minority or we're not actually playing it, whatever it may be. So no, we've got to ostracize these fuckers because that they could actively, in the long run, ruin gaming if these companies are listening to them because or actively going out of the way to not listen to them, I should say.
I say let them ruin gaming.
For me,
I agree.
For me, it's the alt account really opened my eyes. I think when that whole thing was revealed, was when I said, I'm fucking done. Like, this is obviously just meant to just cause controversy for the sake of controversy. right?
Yeah,
One
it
thing,
gets higher.
it's one thing for controversy to be the byproduct of something that's actually happening. It's another thing for controversy just to happen just because you want it to happen.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
exactly what's happening with this person. Like, why the fuck would I ever listen to somebody who claims to be against everything that's super woke and we're gamers and we're this? And this man has an alt account with a fucking female that has pronouns in their bio, selling dark romance novels to women. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I would
You
never.
gotta realize how unhinged of a human being you have to be to do that, by the way. Like,
And
think
here's
about
the
all that.
And here's the
Totally.
big problem. You know, recently, Mighty Queef, this fucking fat fuck that looks like a fucking chocolate
That
ice
man is
cream
crusty,
cone.
bro. He looks like
That
Hershey's
fat
been
bitch.
sitting on.
Yeah,
He looks like you ever seen a Hershey bar that sits on a rack for like a year?
Yes.
And then
yes,
you
but
open
you
it,
open that shit up and it's just got the fucking
that
white
shit
spots
is
on it.
crusty as fuck. It's flaking,
Fucking
bro.
triple scoop fucking ice cream cone has the nerve to say that I'm a Grum's meat slopper. That's what he said. It's like
That's crazy.
That's the dumbest thing you could possibly say.
you just shit out of your mouth. You do no research at all, and you look like a fucking idiot. And this is my problem. I don't want to be lumped in with these people. These people are
No.
fucking idiots. I don't want to be lumped in with Mighty Queef's fucking triple cone having fat ass, and I don't want to be fucking I don't want to be on the you're with Grums. Like, no, this dude's a fucking idiot too, not for nothing.
Yeah, no, but that's what they do, man. They take the worst of the worst, pull them all together, and then say, you're part of this. And it's like, they do that because they know ultimately the argument is a lot more varied than that. The conversation is a lot more varied than that. And their strategy has always been to take the varied conversation, take it all together, put it in one little box, and claim you are part of that box, because it's easier to try to dismantle you, and it's easier to try to combat, I guess, what you're saying, if they could
Yep.
put you in one simple box. But the moment you step out of that box, you're like a little confused, right? And that kind of happened with a lot of video games lately, which is why, you know, I feel like they've been a bit quiet. And they just been focusing on Grums a lot lately.
Like the way I see it, to get slightly political here, the way I see it, as I'm an anarcho-capitalist, right?
Base.
The left thinks that I'm on the right, and the right thinks I'm on the left. They're gonna make up their fucking minds. I know what I am. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah, yeah. And again, people have their opinions about everybody. You know, there's
Yeah,
people,
they're gonna speak their shit. That's all it is. Like, it's just a bunch of bullshit. As long as you know what you are, you ain't got to defend shit. Just keep
Right.
it. I mean, you could keep slamming on them all day, every day, but you ain't got to go on the defense for nobody who says, "Oh, you're just a Grums meat slobber," or some shit like that. Fuck those guys.
and
not
in the
literally.
not literally. In the time, like in the time it takes for Yorchi to fucking compose a tweet that's that long, I've already done a 2-hour stream actually playing a video game. Like, I don't got time for this shit, bro. There's people out there that tag me on stuff, especially during Griffcast, like, yo, XYZ person said this. Did you see that? Or, you know, even when Smash was interviewing Sungrand, they're like, oh, Smash is talking to Sungrand. Did you see that? I'm like, no, I don't care. I'm playing Expedition 33 right now. Like, that's way more important. And, you know, granted, I told them, like, I'll check it out on Hypnocast if it's important enough. And 9 times out of 10, it's not, because a lot of these people don't actually play the video games that they're either cheering on or complaining about. Because again, it doesn't matter. You could be cheering a game on, you can also be complaining about it, but chances are they never even played it anyway. And
What are they
they're never
cheering on though anymore. Like, everything is just a
nothing,
problem. For
nothing
them.
for
Like,
them, nothing. And it's crazy because these are games that you would think that these hardcore, supposed super masculine men would be cheering on, you know, where a video game like Expedition 33 that has a whole bunch of hot fucking French women, and a video game like Doom the Dark Ages that you're just fucking ripping and tearing throughout the entire fucking level.
I
Like,
posted
you
a
would
link,
think,
by the way.
Well, they want to
For
be
what?
ripped and
A good
teared
link.
on the inside, so that's why they're not.
Hey,
you know.
yo.
that is crazy. You would think that's what they you would think that's what they want, but ultimately, oh shit, damn, Cassie, what the fuck is this?
Relax.
Hold on. I'm sorry, she just said something that's interesting.
Must be
Kata,
studied.
Kata, close your eyes, Kata.
Oh
Close-
man.
This guy says, "Oh,
Oh,
damn, I
that's
didn't know you
right.
could get
I saw this.
swimsuits in Expedition.
Yeah.
You could get swimsuits.
Yeah, they have
Look
some.
at that.
God
Game
damn,
of the
bro.
year.
That's
Right.
high quality right there. Look at
Game of the
that.
year.
Oh,
That's all right.
Would you look at that?
look at the
Birthing hips right there.
Yeah, game of the year.
She'd push out 4 or 5
Hey.
children with those.
Chat. I think that's secretly where Cult Classic Cakes got up under them pants. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh my god, bro.
And she for the block big.
Bro,
I'm surprised she hasn't already.
And I'm finna block you. What the fuck?
Lune definitely is.
Cakes for nothing.
She's an
Hey,
interesting
man.
character. She's an
Oh, she
interesting
ain't got her
character for
shoes
sure.
on, though.
Did you see the one I shared? It's not related to the game, but it's just fucking funny.
No, let me see.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, what the fuck is this, bro?
Apparently, Rachel Zegler is now so felted that she's doing the Mercante special.
Rachel Zegler is so felt that
Oh,
she's
shit.
doing her Mercante special.
The
What the
ratchet
fuck?
fucking
She had
strung
to-
out naked selfie.
Is
She
this
had to
like
put
the
that out.
after-sex selfie.
She had to put that out because they've been putting pictures of her out moping, and she looks really
looks like she's
Do you
depressed.
think she's looking into two different phones?
Yes.
Like for the camera?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Bro, both her
But
eyes
it's
are
so-
in two
it's like-
different alternate realities. What the fuck is going on?
It's
here?
like the same exact fucking pose. It's the same position, the same fucking knackered, battered look that Mercante had in that one.
I mean,
picture that
respectfully
went
though,
around
still
the
would,
screen.
still would. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm sorry.
Would.
You could judge me
probably.
later. Doesn't matter. You know,
I mean,
She
there
don't-
are
Probably
there's
easy
definitely-
now.
there's
she can
definitely
only see
worse
half me. It
options.
doesn't matter.
There's worse options out there for sure.
She looks drunk. She looks drunk
that's
though.
assuming she knows where. That's assuming she can even locate you in the first place.
True.
Right, right.
True.
You know, she's looking for
3PO's
work,
in the
so
chat.
she'll let you.
What's up, drunk?
They
3PO?
should have cast her as the little boy.
Yo,
Wait, is he in line for the Switch?
Shout out
course
Jay.
he
already got it.
He got
already
one.
Yeah, he already got one.
Oh,
Him and I think Krista
I
got
got-
one too.
I got mine from Walmart. I had to sit and I had no idea if it was even doing anything. It's saying like, "You're
Loading.
waiting in line."
Yep.
No updates, nothing. I was actually about to quit. I was moving my mouse to the X to scroll out and go to bed, and then boom, it went to the buy screen.
I
Like,
was
holy fuck!
I was live streaming and joking about it and opened up a Best Buy window. And during my live stream for 2 hours, it was just loading and loading until it randomly said, "Okay, here you go." I was like, "Wait, what? Really?"
Sounds about right.
Literally by 2 seconds, I was ready to give up.
Shout out to Drunk 3PO. 4 months membership.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize that. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
All right, I gotta
all
do
right.
my outro. I gotta
Yeah, let's go because I need to go to Oblivion. Then we got to catch up on super chats. So who's got to go? Smash got to go. Yellowflash.
actually-
I gotta go too. Actually,
15 minutes.
I gotta go as well.
All right, do your outros. Whoever's going.
It's
All
about
right,
to
let
be
me go
Saturday
first.
Night Niggas here in a minute.
Wait, what?
Fucking
better- it's better-
terrifying.
it's better-
Oh no.
It's better than the
Oh
other
no,
part.
no.
That's
no.
amazing.
I mean, to be
Uh,
fair, all of you were gone last week anyway. So what the fuck?
And wait, no. And I
was
want to set the
peaceful.
record straight publicly. Kaden and Trey is both acknowledged in Vegas I was blacker than them after I taught them the proper way to steal.
No,
so.
no fucking
What?
way.
When did
And
we
Brett
say
just
that, you
did.
lying
All right,
bastard?
argue later. Do your
Anyways,
outro. Nice.
yeah, this was a great show as always. I'm sure you guys are gonna have a great rest of it without me. I will be streaming tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific time instead of 8 because I'm going to another stream right now. But catch me over there, and then potentially, if I have the energy, I'll get to Expedition 33 after that. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much for having me. Have a great rest of your
See you
weekend.
later.
Have
See you,
fun,
buddy.
Trey. You're gay, by the way. All right,
No,
bye.
wait. You,
Very.
All right,
Um,
so Yellowflash, thank you so much for hanging out with us, man.
yeah. Thanks for having me. Got
tell
a
everybody
bunch,
about your book.
got a bunch of sales, so thank you everybody for backing. Yeah, check it
Absolutely.
out. Golden Patriot over on Ripisen. Awesome action book. If you love Sentai, if you like history, if you just like fun action, you're gonna like this book. So definitely check it out.
Mods, keep
Flash,
dropping the
before-
link.
before you go,
Piranapelt's
you're
already on it.
mixing-
Thank you, Piranapelt.
You're mixing history and Sentai. Is your book a hentai?
Can we kick him? Can we
No.
Yo, did you like pick up the bad dad joke book in Vegas or something? Like hanging out with ABF?
I
Is
hung
that
out
what
with
it is?
ABF a lot, to be fair.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you guys look like you had
Yellowflash.
fun at Vegas, man. I wish I could have
It was
gone.
really
One of these
fun.
years I'll go.
I feel like you were there
Is
and you
more
just hiding
score
it.
is the question.
Yeah, you wouldn't know if I was there or not, huh? I guess.
Yeah, I feel like you were there. You might have been one of those motherfuckers cock blocking the whole time. I don't know.
All right.
It went from the FNC meetup to the cock block meetup in like 5 minutes. I was like, damn.
Damn.
You go.
If I ever went, you would know, Atreus.
I know.
You
What did
would know.
what did I tell y'all about Hypnotic? That nigga's a competitive nigga. If he was there, I would fucking know.
You would know.
The one
100%.
motherfucker in the corner that says, "Hey, yo, you see all these women? These are mine. You get the fatties over there." That would be Hypno.
Sorry, I was just laughing.
See you guys.
See you,
Thanks for
Yellowflash.
thanks
Have
for
a
the
good
support
man.
too.
Peace
Appreciate
out.
it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
See you guys.
Who else is leaving? We got Will the fan.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. It's nice to be back on a real episode of SNH for the first time in a few weeks. Total fucking chaos. I'll be live with the boys later for Who TF Cares, Doctor Who. That is, we'll be talking about the newest episode, which nobody's mad at. It was surprisingly decent. Subscribe to Will of the Fans if you like getting to the bottom of the corrosion that's ruining entertainment and gaming. WTF Live is on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Hyperdrive time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Follow me on X at Will of the Fans, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you.
Oh yeah, Will. Peace out, bro. Thanks for hanging out.
See you.
Everybody say bye to all the Yellowflash haters in the chat. I saw a couple of them.
See you later.
They're gonna leave. They're like, I totally hate this man.
Have a couple drinks and drive home.
All right, we definitely can't have the white guy in the middle. We'll have the Tic Tac black. We'll do it right across like that, and that's fine.
It's gone from mission.
Yeah, you definitely not going up top.
I was waiting for it.
My rightful spot.
Yeah, and for all the bad dad jokes, you're definitely not getting first slot. So
Fair enough. I can
go.
appreciate that.
Cassie's pegging all 3 black people right now up top.
Hey, yo.
I don't think so.
All right. What a wild conversation. But ultimately, Expedition 33 is fucking awesome. That's all I really got to say. And I'm continuing to play it. Can't wait to see what happens. And I do think it's going to be another Final Fantasy X situation with. Well, anyway, we'll see. We'll see if I'm right on that. So,
Wait, real quick, what do you mean another Final Fantasy X situation?
Where everything is not as it seems, and you know how like he thought Titus was real the entire time, and come to find out he's not.
Oh, you mean by the end of the game story? Okay, I thought you meant like the way they took the games afterwards.
Yeah, no, like the actual story, the direction.
It was
like,
all a dream.
I feel like everything is not not quite as it seems, you know. So anyway, that's the vibe I'm getting. But you know, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I'll find out in the future. Okay, let's quickly talk about Oblivion, and then we're gonna get to super chats. Because I think Scooby Pup said that there was a super chat she gave that was for Cassie, but I'm trying to find it. There's been a lot. Right here. Scooby Pup for it too. Goonerfist Ziggy.
Hey, yeah, because I had Ziggy on.
Nice. Oh yeah, I saw Ziggy there. Yeah, nice. There you go, Scooby Pup.
Thank you, Scooby.
Okay, Oblivion Remastered. So, man, the drama on this game is fucking wild. Let's bring up the SteamDB page really quick. So, Oblivion Remastered, good, bad, and ugly. I have not played it yet, so this is going to be where I kind of take myself out of the conversation. I know Cassie obviously is doing it hard for it.
Cassie even showed up to stream today.
Yeah, it did
He's
take.
probably playing right now. Let me check Steam really quick.
Not right now. Unfortunately, it's it's one of those where I want to be immersed in it when I'm playing it. But if it was something like, if I'm playing games while I'm streaming, it's usually because
All right, she's telling the truth. She's not playing. I looked on Steam, so there you go.
The shame is with this whole controversy shit, it's like so unnecessary because this is such a good game that people should just shut the fuck up and play it. I just recently did a video talking about the modding situation with Nexus mods. We know that they're politically driven. And I did talk about that. So a shameless plug, talking about that situation, but they reversed their situation. Like for me, when we were live streaming the event and I played Oblivion and I saw the type 1, type 2, I made fun of it. I laughed at it. I mean, it's fucking stupid, obviously, but I don't take it seriously because I think that these people are genuinely a joke that push this shit, and we mock and shame, and that's how I felt about it. But people were, jumping on Twitter and stuff, crying, and it's like, okay, bro, are you fucking for real? Like, it's like 2 seconds. You could just fucking pick your gender, all right, you're male or female, and move the fuck on.
To be fair,
no,
Cassie, I think it comes down to exhaustion. I think it comes down to people just being exhausted with even something small that should be small. People are exhausted. People are like, it's everywhere and everything. I get it.
But here's where I
think it's the
issue.
principle, man.
Nexus mods.
That too, yeah. Go ahead,
My
Cassie,
thing
sorry.
is with Nexus mods. Now that's the fucking fucked up thing about it. It's like, well, if it's not a big deal, then why are you deleting the mod for it? Like, let people have the game the way that they want it.
If
Like,
they didn't Streisand, it wouldn't have been that big a deal.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
That's
like,
where
so-
most of the conversation's at right now too about Nexus mods, because
Yes.
for me it's like, all right, the wokies are saying it's not a big deal. Great, fine. So if the action of taking something from male to female and turning it into body type 1 and 2 is not a big deal, then the reverse action should also not be a big deal. Like I feel like
how
I feel like that's obvious, and that's how I treat it, right? So if somebody truly thinks it's not a big deal, then they will keep the same energy either way. The thing is that the people who are saying it's not a big deal are currently right now writing hit pieces against Nexus mods and making articles complaining about the fact that they bent the knee supposedly to the anti-woke chuds by reinstating the mod, and suddenly it's a big deal now. Suddenly it's not, this whole like it's not a big deal. No, it is a big deal. They absolutely know it's a big deal to them. Yeah,
It matters to them.
Yeah, but the shame is like we're fighting like a petty argument here, over a genuinely good fucking remaster. I played it for about 23 or so hours now, and I haven't even been on the main quest. I've been doing the Fighters Guild. I've been doing random side quests. The big throwback was reuniting the brothers that were long lost in the game without obviously dropping spoilers. That quest line has way more to it than meets the eye, and it's a pretty cool reward at the end of it if you do follow through with the whole situation with that particular quest. And everything is a lot from what I remember. There's some changes that Oblivion obviously has so many memes to it because it's a dank ass video game, the original release. But like in all the entertaining and fucking just genuinely charming ways, like the characters looked absolutely retarded. People were complaining that the characters look retarded now, and it's like, wait, you think that Oblivion NPCs were attractive before? It's like retards are saying this character model is attractive, this is beautiful, and then the revised character model is old and ugly. It's like, you never played Oblivion, clearly, because for you to sit here and act like the Oblivion NPCs from the original game are attractive, like you're genuinely retarded.
Yeah.
Or they're out straight out fucking lying.
Absolutely.
Was it Pirate Nation that made the post complaining about the voice line that was in the original game that was part of the jank where like it was a re-recorded line and they were like, oh, look, they left this in the game and they didn't fix it. And it's like, it's not something they were supposed to fix. It's something it's part of the game. Like they wanted to keep all of it.
People
I don't know if it was Pirate Nation. I gotta check.
It's one of the most referenced like funny moments in the game.
It's hilarious.
Dank as fuck.
They were like, oh, let me read my line again.
There's a little bit of lore to Pirate Nation from the community I'm involved in. Yeah, they were pretending to be a woman in our community for a while, just flat out catfishing. But that's a story for another day.
Oh my god, I'm not, bro. I can't. No more rabbit holes, bro. No more.
DM
no
me later.
more.
I want the fucking tea on that.
I don't want nothing to do with that, bro. I am like, what the fuck,
Well, when do
dude?
we get our guns out and hail rainfire on that motherfucker for cosplaying as a certain term that I can't say on this fucking show? If I can't say the M word, I can't say another. It was M.
Welcome to
M.
2025, Ryan.
I can't call a small person the fucking M word.
You can call him a dwarf.
Oh, that's okay.
They're not dwarves, though.
They call
What
it.
runes are they using?
But
actually,
they have,
I recently found this out. There's a distinction. DWARFS is real life little people. DWARVES are the fantasy creatures. There's actually a like distinction in the way it's written, so you know the difference. I swear to God,
it's in this book.
I didn't know that.
I was reading about it yesterday in a fucking like news article. I was like, what the fuck? It was interesting.
It's in this book.
So I wanted to just throw out there that
Go ahead.
The reason why it is like it's not that big of a deal, and the reason I didn't want to grift on it is because I played games in the past where I saw the body type stuff. Even before I was became a YouTuber, I saw the body type stuff, and I'm just like, the fuck? When did we start saying body type? But whatever, I kept on going. So that's why it's not that big of a deal. However, the reason, and going back to what Hypnotic was saying about the, just being tired of it, the reason is for propaganda purposes. You just got to be able to compartmentalize. Is this something that this studio truly believes in? Or is it something that the industry is just mandating now where they're just telling people, hey, yo, no more male and female, just do body type. You know what I'm saying?
Or is this something, quick question, is this something that comes along with the licensing requirements of Unreal Engine 5? Because there is, if you are going to license Unreal Engine 5 and utilize them, if you've noticed, every single game that gets remade in Unreal Engine 5, if it's an RPG, it always ends up having that body type 1 and 2.
That's why my problem with this whole situation is nothing ideological. It's technical, right? I didn't get to say this during the Expedition 33 conversation, but if the Unreal Engine 5 is going to go places, use it for original IPs. I know people have been wanting an Oblivion remaster for literally decades, especially after multiple Skyrim updates. They don't even qualify as remasters. Yeah. But personally, I'm sick to death of remasters and remakes.
Nobody cares what you think.
I know. You don't care what I fucking think. I know Leon doesn't give a damn. Atreus certainly doesn't fucking give a damn.
No, when you say good shit, like right now, you're almost cooking, so I'm interested. Keep going.
No, Ryan, I actually agree with Ryan. Though, I agree with Ryan, but to an extent. So here's the thing: people are tired of remasters and remakes, absolutely, because the remakes and remasters we've been getting have been for games that came out in recent generations. Nobody's asking for them. A game like Oblivion is a game like Oblivion is a game that deserves a remaster. It is an almost 20-year-old game. If you're going to remaster a game or remake a game, I would imagine it's going to be an older game like that, not something like fucking Last of Us that's been re-released 8 times, or the Until Dawn game that's been re-released and then remade and then re-released on the remake. This is the kind of game that you would get a remaster for. So even though, people are tired of remasters and remakes, I think this is something that a lot of people were looking forward to, which is why the numbers are what they are.
Real quick, I want to take this back to the pronoun ideological stuff for just a moment, because there's something I feel like a lot of folk, our viewers or people in our sphere, the whole nine, might not have considered or be willing to accept or whatnot. Is the body type 1, 2, A, B, whatever shit annoying? Yes. I don't think any of us are going to say it's not annoying. However, let's take a look at another recent remake / remaster, and that was the fucking zombie game by Capcom. I'm blanking on the name. Evil? No. The one with
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising. Thank you. Dead Rising. Not only did it was a remake that changed races, that changed dialogue, that censored the word communism because it was offensive. Like, they went all in on massive amounts of censorship and alterations. This game, while yes, it is a change and potentially for ideological purpose, it is the only thing. They didn't change missions. They didn't remove anything that was offensive. They didn't fucking race swap. This is technically a W. We're not going to get everything we want at once. There's going to be, just like there was steps for things getting fucking woker and woker and woker, there's going to be steps getting away from that. So while it's annoying that it's there, compare this to other remakes we've gotten. The fucking Witcher remake that's about to come out is taking out the nudie cards and whatnot. Like, that is a massive change. That is censorship. We need to look at this as like, hey, we've gotten a bunch of dubs. Let the process work. Keep doing what we're doing. However, pick your battles.
I think there's something to the Unreal Engine thing, in my opinion. Ryan, go ahead and I'll talk about it. Go ahead.
I will point out, though, that the success of this game and the success of Expedition 33 are great successes for the Unreal Engine 5, which leads me to wonder, are we going to see a lot of remasters and remakes in the future using the Unreal Engine 5? That 100%. I'm skeptical. I understand it's going to happen, but I'm sick of them already, of the remasters. What I would like to see the Unreal Engine 5 do is to do what they did with Expedition 33. Some new, fresh, vibrant projects go that way. If you have to remaster or remake games using that engine, then, of course, established titles that are way overdue are the way to go. My problem with it is technical. It's not ideological.
You're absolutely positively wrong.
Bugs and glitches that people have experienced using that engine.
Real quick, I do have to go, I do
explain to me why I'm wrong first, please.
Well, real quick, I just want to say, one of my friends is making a game on Unreal Engine 5. He's making a SOCOM successor.
Oh shit!
Really? It looks really
already. I've been waiting on SOCOM since like the early odds. What the fuck?
What's his name?
He's like an underground. He's been like one of those that's been keeping like SOCOM 2 alive through emulation and playing online, because that does exist on PC and whatnot. And he wants to make SOCOM's successor. It's been in development for
SOCOM
quite a
was
while,
not
for like
shit, bro.
about 2
Make
years
sure you
now.
put his name in the chat so we can.
And he's
I
a
need that.
real military guy, so it's gonna be interesting. I haven't heard him complain anything about like being forced, but I also didn't ask him deliberately either. But I don't think there's any women in his game to begin with, based as
Good.
fuck. But yeah, I mean, I could ask him about that, but yeah. Until then, I do have to head out. But it was really good talking with you guys. Oblivion is fire. All right, if you want a good remaster of this game, go check it out. I will be doing my first impressions fairly shortly. Probably tomorrow I'll post that, and because I wanted to get at least 20 hours into the game, and now I have over that, so I'm gonna. I'm not
Nice.
like Dreamcast guy where I play the game for 30 fucking minutes and say that, oh, here's my review impressions of Oblivion Remastered. Like, no, we don't do that here because we have some fucking integrity. But guys, I did just post a video. Be nice to get a little extra support on that. So if you can go check Plastic Cage. All right, go support my most recent video drop. I would appreciate that. But it was really good hanging out with you guys, man. I got to go head out to work, unfortunately. But much love to y'all. Have a great, safe rest of your weekends.
You as
All
well.
right,
Have fun being an adult.
Peace out, y'all.
Yeah, I would like to know more about that for sure. I really feel like Unreal Engine. I already know about the inclusive coding thing, where they have all these like weird terms that they want you to use when coding the game. They don't want you to use blacklist, whitelist, things like that. So I would be curious to know if there's any requirements for their licensing when it comes to gender representation or something along those lines. Because it seems as if most of these games are being remade with Unreal Engine, or most games are being made in general with Unreal Engine. It's becoming more popular because they're whoring out the engine to everybody. So as that all kind of happens together and you start seeing more of the body type nonsense, it makes you wonder. Anyway, Atreus, why is Ryan wrong? He wants to know.
Because if I'm understanding correctly, he was basically saying he wants to see more new original stuff instead of remakes. He said he's tired of the remakes and remasters. The reason why I disagree with that is because we know that the people have been playing the old shit because the old shit has just been better. So if you can take some of the old shit that people haven't been able to experience, like for me, I never got to play Oblivion. You know what I'm saying? I came from the Negro Casual collection. So I mean, without the remaster, I probably would never play Oblivion. Now I am. So I disagree with that. I'm not tired of the remasters. I'm not tired of remakes. If you can take old games like Oblivion and remaster them and make them, accessible for today without making it an ideological mess, then yeah, I mean, I'm all for it.
Okay, that's perfectly
also
fine. Go on.
Ryan, you need to fix your noise gate, by the way. It's terrible.
Yeah, you're cutting it out real hard, homie.
Or bring the microphone closer, like deep throat level.
Throat your mic.
There you go.
Hello?
That's a little better. Maybe a little bit further away.
There you go.
Kind of
Okay,
difficult
Leon.
now. Go on,
No,
Leon.
In regards to what you were saying earlier about like all these individuals using Unreal Engine 5 and whatnot for the remakes, I've been gone on record as just shitting on Capcom for all the recent Resident Evil remakes. But if there's one good thing I can say about them, they've been using their own in-house engine, the RE engine, the Reach for the Moon engine, and like it's a stunning engine. I might not like the games, but like if you're gonna be doing these remakes, these remasters, things like that, I'm so goddamn tired of Unreal Engine 5, whether it be a new game or a remaster or re-release, just because everything looks so fake. Like it looks the same game to game. There's you use these same generic assets that you just make individualized for your game, but it is getting to where all these games visually are looking the same. If they're doing it at an amateur level,
it's like every fan film made with Source Filmmaker. They got that little bouncy signature like visual to it. It's just like, can you do something different with that animation, or better yet, can you do something different with the game style? There's a way to use Unreal to make it seem like it's not as Unreal, but so many people go with the
Expedition 33 did that. Because they go Unreal Engine 5. They did it the right way, but that's a rarity.
Right. A lot of people, they have like base knowledge of Unreal Engine. So they just use they go with the most basic way of getting their game completed.
Yeah, I think the one thing about Unreal Engine 5 that I don't like is the performance issues that engine obviously has. Every fucking game that I have ever seen that has released with Unreal Engine 5 has had a bad performance problem until it's eventually patched out. But even like Silent Hill 2 Remake, Expedition 33 has some performance issues here and there. Nothing crazy, but like it's there. It's there. And some developers do better than others. But the bad ones, it's really bad. And the good ones, it's like only slightly bad. So
also I've been seeing a remarkable, or I guess I've not been seeing what I was expecting to see, a remarkable amount of individuals when it comes to Oblivion talking about performance. Like, this is a fucking Bethesda game. And I've seen a few people being like, yo, this shit's crashing. But in general, for a Bethesda game, this seems like it might be one of their best releases ever. You don't have fucking like, oh, I was going to say cars stuck in the ceiling, but that'd be Fallout. The point is, it's actually working, which is wild.
Well, the precedent, hopefully my volume is better. I've had
Yeah,
these
you're good.
issues
No, it's
since
good.
I got this microphone. But to me, the success of this game is the precedent it will set for Bethesda. Goodbye, Creation Engine. Okay, you're fucked now. I believe, personally, all future Bethesda projects will use the Unreal Engine 5. Now, I hope to be wrong, because I'm in favor of actual diversity in game engines. I mean, Capcom's a great example that Leon brought up. And to me personally, I don't suffer. I wouldn't say suffer, but I don't have the nostalgia of Oblivion because I never played Oblivion. The first Bethesda game I played was Fallout 3, and I didn't really like it. I was young.
Well, just keep in mind that Virtuals made this game, not Bethesda.
Yeah, they just.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, Virtuals is a studio that. Yeah, Virtuals is a studio that is known for a lot of remaster work. They
So
remastered.
Bethesda just published it then.
Yeah, obviously it's their game, it's their name, but yeah, Virtuals made this game with help from Bethesda, but it's mainly just Virtuals.
Well, then that puts a completely different spin on it. That would explain why a different engine was used. This game was rebuilt. That's why I say remaster is more like a remake built from the ground up over a 3-year development cycle, which is very quick by Bethesda standards. So that explains a lot, Hypno. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and keep in mind, the next Elder Scrolls 6 is being used with the Creation Engine. It's not being used with Unreal Engine. So it's the same. It was the same engine.
Words, I'm not playing it.
It was the same engine that was used for Starfield, basically.
Yeah.
I hate that fucking
Fallout 4.
Yo, as much as we want to talk on Bethesda, and I understand why they made some mistakes and whatnot in the past, them giving, instead of shutting down Sky Oblivion and them giving all those dudes fucking review cop, that was a W move. Like, good guy Bethesda, that was awesome.
I also think it was just because they knew they fucked him a little bit. So.
Oh, yeah.
Correct.
That's really it.
Whatever. People writing their wrongs. I ain't gonna fucking bitch about No Man's Sky now. That's a badass game just because it had a shit release, and I'm one of those idiots that bought No Man's Sky on release. So
well done.
Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, at least there's goodwill between both, teams. So whatever.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I mean, everybody's gonna have their takes on remakes and remasters and stuff like that. People know where I sit with mine, but I'm happy that people are happy. I'm glad to see that people are picking up games that are releasing like in this timeline, in this part of the timeline, and they're enjoying gaming because like it's been a fucking drought for the last decade or so. We just been getting L's and L's and some dubs and then L's and L's and more L's. And the last 2 years have been, or last year and a half rather, have been pretty fucking solid. Like Stellar
This
Blade,
is a very interesting
Power Word,
question because I
appreciate it.
I think
cutting the black man off.
Sorry, I just wanted to make a point. I apologize to the black man. Ooh.
I'm so glad you're not right in front of me. I went.
The
Hell
camera
on.
follows him. That's hilarious.
Tries to duck.
But in all seriousness, here's a question for Hypno. Do you think the success of this Oblivion... I hate it when fucking animals interrupt me. Do you think the success of... I'm not talking about the black people. I'm talking about
hurry up. Hurry up. Ask the
But
question.
do you think that the success of this Oblivion remaster using the Unreal Engine 5 will cause any kind of change for Elder Scrolls 6 away from, say, the Creation Engine 2 and incorporating elements of the Unreal Engine?
No, there's it's not. They're going to double down on their engine for I think in the long foreseeable future, and considering that, just to answer this question, it has been confirmed they are using Creation Engine 2.
Golly, man.
So the last
That's
one that
annoying.
used that was Starfield.
I don't think Starfield was a bad game because of the engine, though. Like, I won't lie, it just felt more like an updated version of what they'd already been using for things like Fallout 3 and Skyrim, which wasn't great to begin with, but it was just
There's a reason Starfield for like a quarter succeeded. It is the peak average game with lots of little things wrong with it, and it all adds up. So I think
Well,
the fault, because it was Bethesda Game Studios' most stable release, in my view, mainly because they delayed the game, a mandated delay to get it to bloody work properly. But as a financially successful game, Starfield is a financially successful game. It's the most stable Bethesda Game Studio game ever released, and I think they'll double down on that with Elder Scrolls 6. The problem is, though, is it just going to be another average game with lots of little things that all add up?
I never liked the creation engine. It was always just a terrible fucking optimized engine. They never got it to a point where it was considered a smooth running engine, and it didn't matter how many games they released on. It was always garbage. I mean, Fallout 76 uses the creation engine. Granted, not the second version of it. It's, they used the first creation engine for it, but creation engine 2 was used for Starfield, and that game also had a bunch of problems at release. So, I mean, I have no faith in Elder Scrolls 6. I never did. And not in terms of performance, you know what I mean? Obviously, the gameplay could be great, and the story. Yeah, it's going to sell. Of course, it's going to fucking sell. People love Elder Scrolls. You want to know why? Because any issues with Elder Scrolls games will be fixed by the players and not the developers. So they know that. They don't care. And the developers are like, well, here's the baseline. You guys fix it from here. And people will do it. So
they have very high expectations at Bethesda. They have very high expectations for Elder Scrolls 6 in the first quarter to raise $1 billion. And to give you guys some context, Starfield throughout its first 4 quarters made $900 million or around that figure. So they're expecting big things from Elder Scrolls 6. Will it live up to the hype? I hope so, but there you go.
I guess we'll see.
Before we go to Super Chats, will be the last thing I see because I saw a Rumble chat, and we do acknowledge Rumble here. We appreciate you guys watching on Rumble. Someone had said that while Bethesda as a whole has a lot of issues, they believe that Todd Howard is actually one of the last few creatives and devs that actually cares about making fun gaming experiences. You call me a dick rider all you want. I do agree with that. Well, while Todd Howard is rough around the edges, I do think he actually still loves and cares about the craft of making games. And so, yeah, shout out Rumble. I agree with your comment.
Yeah, shout out to 16 times the detail.
God,
I agree. The man fucking lied to people when presenting Fallout 76.
16 times.
I was literally going to say the same thing.
Exactly.
But, Pete Hines don't give a fuck about that. Lore Master don't give a fuck about Bethesda. That man shows up for a paycheck and is just complaining with the fans.
And Fallout 76 was such a fucking disaster. Every time I think of that game, I just get immediately disappointed because I remember seeing the announcement with Todd on stage and him doing the 16 times the detail nonsense, and I was like, damn, that looks cool, man. The concept, like the concept just seems cool. Like the whole idea is like, I can't wait. And but with me, they had lost me ages ago, so I was like, I'm gonna let the game come out, and I'm gonna wait a few months, and maybe I'll buy it if because I know things are gonna be ugly. But I didn't realize it was gonna be that ugly. That game was fucking broken for years.
I was a day one for 76, and I'm retarded for it. I literally I hated myself for being a day one for 70. I was a day one for 76 and not Starfield, No Man's Sky. I think it was like the same year, and it literally turned me off to gaming for a while, like just as a fucking whole aside from retro gaming. So I get it. That said, I like 76 now.
So disappointing. All right, I'm gonna get into super chats. We got to catch up because it's getting late. Really quick,
though.
I
gotta check out in a moment to get ready for Grifty the Clown.
Something happened. We passed 9,000 subs on the manga channel, so we are officially on the road to 10,000 subscribers on my second channel. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for the insane support. That is awesome. If you're not subscribed and you like books, consider subscribing because that's all I talk about over there.
Picture books.
Picture books, yeah. It's a lot of fun, man. On the road to 10K. That is wild. That is wild.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would say that twice.
Yeah.
But that's cool. All right, let's get to super chats. We're gonna start off with Rumble. We got Valkyria Winter with 10 Hypnotic membership. Shout out to Valkyria Winter. That is badass. Thank you so much. And we got Crashman Boy for $1 for the people still coping about cats and dogs saying they're not being eaten. I guess the Donner Party didn't exist and voodoo and hoodoo don't exist. That's definitely random. Raging D-Head with a 2. Why the fuck is Atreus wearing that shaggy bath mat? It's, I don't know. Crashman Boy for $1.
This pimp code,
Also,
man.
for the one ass clown who thinks U.S. aid was soft power against China and Trump is a traitor, it was not very effective now, was it? Because China is pretty the world's biggest trader or trading partner now. Sorry, the super chat was all over the place. Shout out to Crashman Boy. Thank you. We got Raging
everyone.
D-Head with a 2. Sheepskin Marriage brought to you by Geek Grind Coffee.
It was great.
That's Nerdrotic's coffee, right? That's funny.
Yeah, it was because he did the ad read in the fucking in the ceremony. It was
in the
great.
wedding. That was fucking like that was good. His comedy timing on that was good too. The whole fucking
That is
audience
legendary. Raging D with a 2. So Smash needs to learn how to game. Yeah, I mean, what else is new with that? Crashman Boy for $1. Anybody heard much from that peeler Booty Sugar Adams? He seems to have gone real quiet recently. Is he trying to complete the 3 NBA skills in real life: running, shooting, and stealing?
Damn.
I mean,
No,
you
I
know
just-
he
I
ain't
just
ever
think-
completing running.
Wow, I never thought of that. That's
Oh no, he's never gonna let that go now. That's it.
That's
Eli.
diabolical.
No, I think what it is that these people, it's so ironic, right? So they are the most active when there's something bad to talk about, and it usually has to deal with like grums or whatever. That's when they're most active. But when good things are happening, suddenly they're very quiet. They claim to be positivity peddlers, but they usually are most active quote tweeting people that they hate, which I find to be very ironic. So considering that a lot of the conversation right now has swayed to overall positive sentiment, like around Clear Obscure and around Oblivion Remastered and about Doom to Dark Ages and First Berserker Kazan. I mean, there's a bunch of video games that have been pretty spot on for the most part. They're pretty quiet, right? They don't really, when they see the supposed rage bait peddling grifters talking positively about the video games, they can't quote tweet that because that's not good for their narrative, right? So they wait until people are angry, and then they say, well, look, the chuds are at it again. They're never happy about anything. So that's really what it's about, man. People, I mean, I've been sharing my gameplay clips on Twitter, the boss battles between First Berserker and Expedition 33. I've just been talking about that nonstop. So they see that. Don't get it twisted. These people watch everything. They're in the chat right now, probably. They literally watch everything. So when you're not being negative, they are quiet because that's when they quote tweet you. That's when they talk about it. That's when they talk about you. So they wait for that moment. That's my thought anyway about it. And apparently he's doing a documentary, isn't he? Is that even funded yet? I don't even know.
Probably not.
Probably not, right? He couldn't do another 1,500. Is that what it is? That's a shame. Eric Jenkins for a 5. I just want to say publicly, I hate all you creatures equally and without prejudice. You are all banana-eating creatures in my eyes. God bless. May the cocoa butter be strong with your ashy knees.
God bless,
Thank you, Eric Jenkins.
Obviously, he didn't say creatures, but anyway, that's what it is.
I got you.
We got Raging D-Head with $1. Already pre-ordered my copy of Cover C. Nice, bro. Good job.
Yeah, that's the same
Yellowflash will
one
be
I
happy
got.
to hear that. So, I in all seriousness, I like the one with the flag, bro. And
Yeah, the
that's
one with the
crazy.
flag is
That's
awesome.
crazy to do the mass print one, but I mean, I get it. But still, that's the one. If I was Griffin, I would be like, boom, foil cover, limited edition, like that. That shit is badass. That's a good one. Anti-Federalist Pain for 10. I want heroes who are hopeful again. Enough of the edgy, morally gray, grim, dark crap. I want good guys who smile, enjoy stopping evil, and are role models. Is GP that? I mean,
I hate Superman though.
You talking about Golden Patriot?
I was gonna say, look up.
There you go. It seems like it is. I don't think it's anything that's like necessarily morally dark, but
Well, I mean, he Flash said himself that this book is fun, and I imagine that's what we're gonna get if it's fun. There's literally nothing more fun than a fucking Power Ranger killing Nazis. Like as much as we want to make the joke, oh, we're Nazis and the other, or people want to make those about us. Let's be real. Indiana Jones is one of the coolest stories of all time. You get a fucking Power Ranger punching Nazis. That sounds pretty sick, in my opinion.
it's pretty sad that the Super Sentai series, like Power Rangers, that shit kind of died over here. It is kind of sad. I watched a video recently. I didn't realize it came out a year ago exactly. But I watched a video of the original Power Rangers, the Black and the Red Ranger, talking about why they left the show. They described like exactly what happened and how fucked like they got fucked on the contract
Yeah,
and all
the
that
working
stuff.
conditions were terrible. Yeah.
And I was watching it. I'm like, damn, man, these people I used to fucking when I was a kid, I was idolizing these people.
I don't know if you saw the I don't know if it was mentioned in the video, but I think it was Power Rangers Turbo when Tanya came through, the black chick who was I think she was the first Yellow Ranger, the first
Yellow
black
Ranger.
female Yellow Ranger. Saban popped up on the set, and like, you know, she goes to greet him and stuff like that. He doesn't know who she is. And I'm saying here like, you don't know your main cast, fam? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no,
I will say
it was interesting.
Oh, sorry, go for it.
No, you do it. Go ahead.
While Power Rangers and all that shit, the comics have kept it alive. Like, there's been so many good
yeah.
Power Ranger crossover comics. Godzilla vs.
Fucking
Power
Morphin
Rangers
Grid is
fucking
great.
banging, dude. Like,
That's awesome.
It's great. Dracon's probably like one of the most diabolical villains in comic book history.
Eric Jenkins for $1, sub Japanese for liberal, and I'm in. Fair enough. There you go.
I gotta head out, guys. I gotta get ready for Grip the Clown. I gotta put on
Make like a fetus and head out.
Let me read this last one. You could go. Anti-Federalist paying for a 5. Y'all remember when Bethesda could tell a whole story with a couple of lines of text, a skeleton, and dinnerware? Yeah, Bethesda's dead. ES6 is going to crash and burn.
I don't have faith in it, even though I want to.
I think Elder Scrolls 6 will be fine, but
Same.
I also think that Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be a broken mess, like absolute fucking disaster at launch.
Another Starfield, man. Just expect another Starfield.
They will never learn because it's nothing to learn. I think at this point, Bethesda truly wants to release broken games. I think that's like part of their that's part of their pitch. You know, like when they pitch for the next Elder Scrolls, they sit with the suits and they're like, all right, guys, we were 16 times the broken last time. How much more broken can we be this time? Can we aim for 25 times the broken? That's basically it. They don't want to release a game that's actually working. Anyway, Treyas, do your outro.
Yes, sir. So Grifty the Clown in an hour, guys. So if you want to catch the stream, it's actually over on my gaming channel, which is literally been rebranded to Grifty the Clown. All the worst games at the worst time, so you don't have to. So yeah, all you got to do is just type in Grifty the Clown and it'll come up. There's literally nobody else named Grifty the Clown. So yep, catch y'all in a minute, and yeah, I'll let y'all later.
Godspeed,
All
sir.
right.
All right.
Peace.
All right, let's do the YouTube super chats now. We got Anime Mania 500 for 6 months. Damn, I can't believe it's been a year ago that I've been subbed to your channel. Hypno, best fucking content, bro. The best panel and the best community. Love you all. Shout out to you, bro. A year. That is amazing.
Shout out Anime Mania.
Bud with a $3 super sticker. Thank you, Bud. I appreciate you. Demogeni with a 2. Got my golden Patriot copy on deck. Nice. Good shit, bro. Yo, Demogenize that, bro. Demogeni, you got DMB, bro. We got to get you back on SNH. Anime Mania 500 gives 1 to Hypnotic membership. Thank you, sir. Heavily Gesture with a 20. Yellowflash, what's your take on the idea of Americans calling their comics manga? I am not going to go on the cultural appropriation argument, but I see manga as Japanese made and Westerners use it more as an adult comic book. So Yellowflash is not here. So what I would say, I would personally say, and I've said this before, like when it comes to Corey, is that, you know, I'm not going to call his book a manga as much as, you know, he would do that, and that's fine. He can do whatever he wants. I wouldn't call it a manga, not out of like, oh, I'm just shitting on it because it's like Western made or whatever. It looks good, seems well written, well drawn. But for me, it's like it's a purist thing, and some people are going to view it as such. Some people are not going to care, and that's fine. It depends on your level of like differentiating like different media. But I differentiate media by their overall, I guess, origin, and like this is the same reason why I wouldn't call a fucking American comic book manga. Like I feel even though manga is essentially a Japanese comic book, it's like there's a reason why we call it that, and it's more so called that by us than them. You know, it's more like a cultural thing that we use to differentiate. Yeah, like we use it to differentiate certain types of media. That like the Japanese don't really go around calling everything manga or anything like that.
Well, I mean, for example, they call King of the Hill anime in Japan because to them, animation means animation. But in the West, anime means Japanese animation. Like to piggyback off what you're saying, It's not a manga. To me, manga is Japanese. Just like I don't call Avatar: The Last Airbender an anime. It's anime adjacent. It's inspired by anime. That being said, the same way people say live action Lion King when it's not live action, if I'm just shorthanding in a conversation for simplicity's sake, I'll say it. But no, I don't believe it's manga either. But that said, appreciate the book. It looks great. It's done in a far more faithful manga style than a lot of people have tried in the West. So like props to that.
Right. Yeah, it all comes down to, like you said, colloquialisms and whether or not, you view it as a legit manga or not. That's up to the person who you're asking. But for me, I don't view it as such. And people will take that as, well, so you're saying it's bad? It's like, no, I'm not saying it's bad at all. I just don't view it as it's not a Japanese made product. But whatever, that's, it's up to the person. Sheep, you got any? Because I know you obviously read manga.
No, I look at it as a manga. It's whatever people market it as. That's how I see it. Like, that's just my overall take. That like you're not gonna. I'm not a fan of the idea of people telling someone else how they market their stuff. But
I mean, I'm not though. He can market it however he wants to. I'm just not going to call it as such, personally.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying, what I'm saying in that sense is like, if he's marketing it as a manga, I'm going to at least give him that level of that level of credibility. Like, all right, well, I mean, he's selling a manga. It's not like he's not going around calling it like, the new black manga, or he's not going around calling it like anything outside of what he's marketing it as. And I'm like, all right, well, it is what it is.
It's also one of those things where people have this conversation all the time when it comes to manga versus manhwa, where it's like, I've seen
Solo
people,
Leveling is not a manga; it's a manhwa. Like
exactly, but people, I've seen people call the book a manga. You know what I mean? Because they think it's Japanese made. Because obviously it looks like Japanese animation, but it was technically made by Koreans. So it's a manhwa, but still, it is what it is. It all depends who you ask. It's literally arguing like it's nerd arguments. It's nerd arguments at this point. It's like, is it not? Like,
to be fair, I would take those little nerd arguments over, oh my god, there's fucking 20% of black NPCs in Expedition 33. I would rather have nerd arguments whether something's a fucking manga or not.
Oh, 100%. But thank you, Heavily Gesture, for the 20. I appreciate you, man. Tifa Lockhart for 4 months. Figures Kate is a feet man. Says he's so tiny he judges people back their feet. Congrats on your book, Flash. Smash can use it to learn to read. Oh shit. Holy shit, that's amazing. John Andrew for a 5. Just a reminder that Ryan is old as fuck.
Damn.
You wish.
There you go. John Andrew for a 5. Don't pick on Atreus. It took him this long to get back from Haiti after being deported.
Damn.
That's crazy. Damn.
That is
two back-to-back?
That's sick.
Back-to-back? That's crazy. Scooby Pup with a 2. Gooner Fizz Ziggy. I already read that one. War Wizard for 1 month. Skyrim belongs to the Empire. A win for the Stormcloaks is a win for the Thalmor, and I cannot abide that. That being said, Hero of Kvatch, Dragonborn. All right, fair enough. Just in time with a 2. The French to all bigots. We surrender. That's fucking crazy.
That's true.
Hey, what's the biggest complaint to French soldiers on the battlefield?
What's that?
I'm sorry.
Sunburnt armpits.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Which is insanely ironic.
Wow.
Because historically, France won the most battles in the world.
Jesus Christ, man. That's unbelievable.
I'm glad
Quantum
the
DeLorean.
white part of my lineage is German.
There you go.
Here's
Quantum
that hand
DeLorean for
going.
$4.99. Question for the panel: what's your top 3 actors to play as Link in the Legend of Zelda movie? Oh, clearly the trans guy, right? I mean, that was the thing,
man.
right?
Hunter Schafer, obviously.
Hunter Schafer, that's the answer.
And if you're not going for him, it has to be Tom Holland.
Fuck. Okay, you better be goddamn joking, Kate, or I swear to God.
He is.
I'm not.
All
no,
right.
I'm so
As
serious.
probably the only person on this panel that's actually excited and has hope for this movie, cast unknowns. If you're gonna get a big actor for anyone, sure, you can maybe get a famous actor for Gandorf. Link and Zelda, fucking unknowns.
Fair enough.
Mel Gibson,
honestly, I don't
Steven
really have.
Seagal, or Kevin Spacey.
I don't really have any. You're fucking ridiculous, by the way. I don't really have any like actors that I can think of off the top of my head.
I don't play. I'll see the movie as a fan of Legend of Zelda, like a massive fan of Legend of Zelda, I'll see the movie. I hate that it's live action, so I don't care.
No,
Yeah,
want
when I
live
heard that,
action.
I was thrown off.
Dude, I want this to be like the next. Like, I want this to be Lord of the Rings for kids. I want this to be like remember how Harry Potter was like just the thing that got kids into reading and whatnot. I want them to put the love and care into this the way that like Lord of the Rings is done, but for like a vibrant, child-friendly audience. I'm all in. I want it to be live action.
I'm giving my kids Lord of the Rings. What the fuck? They're gonna be reading.
Be more like Rings of Power than it is Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Now I grew up on Goosebumps. That's what I read as a kid.
Same.
I read Goosebumps.
But to be fair, I was buying. Well, I wasn't buying. My parents were buying. I was making them buy. I should say. Goosebumps books just because of the covers. Like I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh,
like,
those covers are so sick.
The covers are fucking insane, bro. Like I think that's where I got my love for collecting books because of fucking R.L. Stein's Goosebumps, bro. The covers were wild. That's all I cared about personally. And then I read them. I was like, oh, these are actually pretty good.
He also stepped up against woke shit a couple years ago. That was pretty cool. I don't know if he still feels that way, but a couple years ago he was denouncing that shit.
Bro, the intro for the fucking TV show was legendary. The song, like do 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 do, bro, it
was great.
How can you not fucking enjoy that? And then the little dog with not the little dog, was a big dog, but with the green eyes and shit. Come on,
There's
bro.
like whatever the G slid across is just ruined it as it went across. I was like, that's kind of sick. That's
So
kind of
sick.
sick. I like that.
So sick. And
I had Night of the Living Dummy 3 on DVD, and it would scare my brother. And my mom hated that I would force my little brother to watch it. So one day she came in and she tried to snap the disc, but it was one of those reinforced DVDs, and she couldn't do it because she was a wee little bitch. So she just threw it. So it still worked. I got to keep watching it.
The only books that I thought had better covers were like the Animorph covers. Remember that shit?
Oh
Yeah,
shit,
the
Animorphs
covers
great.
were Animorph covers were
Those are
wild,
really good
dude.
covers.
Super wild.
What? It's so sick, man.
I had like I got one short Goosebumps story. It's the episode was it I think it was Night of the Mask was what it was called. I think it was just called the Cursed Mask, or I can't.
The Cursed Mask. Yeah.
I watched that. I was at camp, and we watched that. As a group, it was like probably like 8-9 o'clock at night. We were watching. The sun's already set in the middle of the woods, watching this shit. And the way that like the other four like masks show up in the episode, and they just start like taunting the girl who has the mask stuck to her face.
Yeah.
And like I shit you not, we finished watching that episode. Everybody went back to their cabins and shit like that. I hear ducks going off. No, it wasn't ducks. It was frogs. Frogs going off in the woods and shit. And they sounded like the fucking masks. And they didn't see me for like half a fucking minute because I just booked it. And I was like, fuck this, gone. I'm not fucking with anything out there that could be any kind of curse.
If it were a horror movie, like you're dying first for obvious reasons.
Correct. Like I don't want to be the first, fam. Like I don't mind being like last or anything. I don't want to be the first. I don't mind being second, third, or something like that. Not the first. But we also saw a black bear the day after, just drinking out of the Kool-Aid thing, out of the Gatorade thing. So that was pretty dope.
I just remember one of my favorite Goosebumps movies. I think it was called A Night in Terror Tower. That was a good.
Terror Tower.
I remember that one.
That was one of my favorite fucking Goosebumps movies. So good. So good. Oh man, better times. We got Tatsu Sama for 6 months. Atreus sharing a beer. It's beautiful. War Maniac with a 5.
Too many with him. He can't hold his liquor. We found out.
Oh god.
Not at all.
God, don't.
True.
War Maniac with a 5. Yes, same as Eric Jenkins. I'm on the backup for this reason. YouTube shadow banning is getting worse. Yeah, something's happened with YouTube since about February, and it seems like it's ramping up. And every day, all of my older streams especially are getting demonetized or copyrighted and I don't even know for what, because I just dismissed them. I'm like, whatever. But it seems like something has changed. I don't really know what's going on. Some of them even got age restricted now. Some of my way older live streams have gotten age restricted, and I'm like, what the fuck? How did that? It's
half
so
of my
weird.
recent videos have gotten ad suitability out the gate. I never get ad suitability claims when it goes through the fucking process. I'm getting that. I used to have thousands of views. I'm in the hundreds now. Like it is, dude. Whatever's going on YouTube fucking sucks. But you gotta push through it and persevere.
Yeah, it's very weird. I don't know what's going on, but that's happening. Shinobi do for a 2 Flash. Can you feel your IQ dropping from this? No, he actually left extremely more intelligent than he was before. Piranha Pal for 2. Atreus starring in Broke Black Mountain.
That's diabolical.
Who's his co-star?
That's crazy.
Not me.
Piranha Pal sniping her own. Lucy Lemibug with 5 memberships. Shout out to Lucy, who changes her profile picture every, day. Shout out to Lucy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And then we got Demon Carol for a 5 membership banger. Is that a character drinking?
Smirnoff.
That's crazy, bro. I never even
That's
realized that. Holy shit. Shout out to Demon Carol. Heavily Jester with a 10. Flash. Where's the lesbian character who hates men? The trans character who punches Yahtzee for misgendering them. The black character who only talks about being oppressed. The women who don't need men.
In hell.
They probably all died in that universe. Chris Bolts. For 1 month, I'm a small-time YouTuber, but if I put Yellowflash's book on blast, everyone would go buy his book and support independent creators.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris
Wait,
Bolts.
put it on blast means that you're tearing it down, just like so you know for the future. So putting on blast means you'd be talking shit on it.
So let me guess.
Worry, Chris, we're still invited
so
to reality-based. We need
you
more
hang
black
out-
representation.
You hung out with a couple of black people during Vegas, and now suddenly you're explaining
Yo,
the dialect here.
I grew up in the fucking white ghetto. I know I'm an expert on black speak. I'm probably
Well, actually, this is how you do this. That's all Leon's doing right now.
I hate those actually kind of people. I hate that shit. they're so annoying. Thank you, Chris Bolts. We got Pirate Dark Tine for 4 months. Says another one bites the dust. I don't know what this is referencing. I gotta imagine it has something to do with Expedition. Dragon Master for $2 billion that Yellowflash can make from his comic book more than Ubisoft. I wouldn't say that. But I understand the sentiment and I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
given the 3,000 people it took to make that fucking Assassin's Creed game, he might turn a bigger profit.
That you can say. He definitely will turn a bigger profit than Ubisoft, which is really sad, by the way. Valley is for it too. Breath of Fire 4 is now available on GOG, by the way.
I think I'm getting it. Yeah, it got announced like yesterday, the day before. Breath of Fire 4 came back and it's on GOG. Ooh, it's good.
That's awesome. Eric Jenkins, 199. Nerds. That's a compliment.
Blackie.
Daphne. That's crazy. For $9.99. When I hear about not staying true to the franchise, I get so pissed off at what Crystal Dynamics is doing to Tomb Raider Lara Croft. They've retconned her whole identity. It's almost unforgivable.
It is unforgivable. Not almost.
At this point, she's not even the same character anymore.
No,
she's not.
Not even like it just in terms of looks, but like
Confidence
the overall
gone.
character, it's not even the same. What she stands for, what she does, how her personality is, it's completely different.
Yeah, confidence gone.
That
Feminine
said,
wild gone.
Did any of y'all cover the Phoebe Waller-Bridge Tomb Raider show getting the axe on Amazon? It's not happening.
Oh yeah,
now?
that shit was funny as hell.
That's beautiful.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm not surprised.
That shit got canceled faster than Acolyte. God damn.
Wolf Cypher with a $50 pay. I'm gonna give you this.
Standing at 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing 150 pounds.
That's funny
He's
as hell.
the foot fucker.
He's
I would actually
He's bigger on
assume-
screen than in real life.
I would assume that Kata actually weighs more than 150. Because
to Kata's credit, I met him in person. He's a pretty fucking stocky
dude's
dude.
pretty
Like,
fucking
think you
yoked.
could probably- Kata, you
It's
probably
easy to
could
be
take,
stocky
like,
when your muscles can't go vertical.
Jesus Christ.
I think Kata probably could have taken like half the dudes at the NFT meetup or FNT meetup.
Bro said the bar don't even leave past his ankles. That's crazy.
See, that was a good one. That was a good one. All right. Now, fuck around the pouch. She said Edgar Allan Poe. All right, get out of here. You're done. You're done. You're done.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
Wolf Cypher for a 50 says Expedition 33 has shocked me very good, and the turn-based gameplay is very amazing. Not to mention the fact that this made by 30 staff crazy, also amazing. Voice cast in this game, never thought Andy Serkis could be more badass. Possible game of the year.
Wait, who does he voice?
The villain. It's
The bad guy.
The bad guy.
I thought that was Pierce Bronson. That's what it looked like.
No,
the old dude.
It's Nah, it's Andy Serkis. It's Charlie Cox versus Andy Serkis, bro. It's Daredevil versus Smeagol. Like, let's get it.
Crazy.
I'm with it.
Charlie Cox. Hey, yo, he looks
for those of you black people in the audience, it's
exactly
Daredevil
like
versus
Robert
King
Pattinson,
Kong.
man. It's kind of scary. It's not gonna lie. It's
No,
kind of scary.
This game, like I said, I had high hopes for it. And usually when I have high hopes for a game, the actual game never surpasses it. It always stays like just below whatever the hopes were for the game. This was one of the first games that I've ever had where it just completely blew past it. Like every time I had to do something in the game, heard the music, looked at the graphics, played the actual game, did the turn-based combat, did the action style portion of the combat, looked at the story, looked at the gear system, looked at the complexity of the combat system, the skill system, everything. It's just good. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And then not only that, I mean, you start off with one character, then you end up with two a little bit later, then you end up with three a little bit later. They introduce characters little by little, not just throwing you like all together.
Yeah, because take something like Doom: The Dark Ages. We know that's going to be a banger, so that's not really going to be a surprise. Like, this was a wild card. This, while I was hyped for it, could have gone either way. And so, like, people cannot praise this game enough, truly.
New studio, granted, experienced developers, but also Ubisoft experienced developers. So that's really not like, you still got to look at it like, you know what I mean? But ex-Ubisoft developers, brand new studio, the French,
The French is
immediately a debuff, right? So,
It's not
it's
French,
just
though, but weren't they French Canadian?
it's even worse.
Does it matter? That's even worse. Like,
I know, that's why I make the point. The Quebecois, man, they're fucking.
No, they 100% came together and did the right thing with that game in every aspect of it. Like the people who are out there trying to complain that there's 20%. But how do you even come up with that number, my guy? Like, what the fuck? You 20% black people in the game and you're losing your mind over it. Which, by the way, that's not much higher than the 13% of the population. But anyway, that's whatever. Nobody with a 2 get optimization mod. I DM'd it to you, Hypno. I don't use mods. So there you go. But thank you for DMing it to me.
mods on a first playthrough, but I'll mod afterwards.
I don't use mods, period. I'm just not a modder. That's never been me. Rowan with a 2. The QTE is the only thing that gets me in the game. Hey, it has QTE in the game too, which is crazy. Silver Bullet Lycan.
I like QTEs. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I like QTEs. Like, ever since fucking Resident Evil 4 and Marvel Ultimate Alliance, like, damn, QTEs are fun. God of War. I don't understand the hate.
Well, so the QTEs in this game are done really well because your success in the QTEs will determine the overall effect of whatever skill you're using. So if you fuck up the QTEs, like, that could make or break your skill. Like, if I use Shell, for example, to buff my entire party and I miss the QTE, Shell's only going to buff one person. If I successfully do the entire QTE, Shell will buff all 3. So it's actually really important to land them for your overall strategy. This game is for a turn-based game. You're not going to be just sitting there and twiddling your thumbs in between turns. Like, you're going to be very active as you're playing through it. It's not one of those just sit idly by kind of systems. Silver Bullet Lycan with a 5. The only issue I have with Expedition 33 is the art style. It's so fugly to me. You're wild.
You're
that's
wild.
insane take.
That's like
I do not agree, but I still love you anyway. Raptor Kratos with a 5. I still have my PS2 copy of Lord of the Rings Third Age. Nice.
Lucky bastard.
Nice. Guilty Cajun with a 20. Yorch, JDA, and those like them are nothing more than rage farming actual grifters who slobber all over themselves, desperate for relevance, making up nonsense in order to maintain their failing relevance. I don't think they were ever relevant to begin with, to be honest with you. Like, fucking Yorch Torch never was important in any conversation. He kind of injected himself later down the line, but it never really took off.
And the other one fights for himself and only for himself at the expense of everyone around him.
To be honest, he had a couple viral tweets, but it's pretty easy to get viral tweets when you are saying things that are purposefully, like, you already know. Like, I could go out there right now, call Expedition 33 woke, and I will get 2 million views. I guarantee you, 100%. I'll get 2 million views on Twitter easy because people are gonna all be commenting you're retarded, and rightfully so.
I'm just curious if Yorch, like, sits in that fucking chair while he watches fucking JDA bang a fucking Lucario plushie. Like, is that level of cheerleader?
I think they fuck each other, if you ask me.
I really don't fucking know, bro, and I genuinely don't care. I really mean it. And I just want people to realize, don't take it offensively if you message me things that they say and I say I don't care. I'm not trying to like dismiss you, but I just want you to understand that I just really don't fucking care about anything they have to say or what they do, because they mean nothing to the overall conversation. They mean absolutely nothing. And
Bitch ass rule the fans left the show and he's playing Oblivion right now. This son of a bitch.
fucking
I'm
bad.
calling it out.
Is he streaming it at least though?
I don't know. I just got the Steam notification. That's all.
Curse them out in the chat. But thank you, Kilted Cajun. We got horror. I'm gonna let Sheep City and read this one.
Horror Amarada for a five banger. Get it correct here. One of the best things about Expedition 33. No fucking yellow paint.
God damn it.
No
I hate
yellow
that shit.
paint.
Fucking ruins shit.
It's actually interesting. Very minimal accessibility for overall like exploration. No, there's no yellow paint. There's no like magic fairy leading you where you're supposed to go. There's no mini map. There's literally nothing other than just an actual main map that you have to open up, but that's basically it. There's nothing.
It's one of the things. That's one of the things I really enjoy about games is when they don't hold your hand, like especially in games where it's like if you miss something, it might be gone for like the rest of your save file. I like shit like that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. Thank you, Hamarada. I appreciate it. Sir Paladin Thunder Cake for a 5. Who's saying this game is woke? Touches gay Yorks? I'd pre-order Concord if just York says don't.
I'm kind of in that boat at this point. Like, if fucking Yorks went off against Dustborn, I'd be like, you know what? Just to spite him, I'm gonna buy it. Like, that's the level I'm at with hating this motherfucker.
I'm not for wasting
I'm
my
not
money
there
on
yet.
something I don't enjoy.
I truly despise the guy, but I'm not at the
Donations
I'm
and
gonna
I'll
suffer
play
through
Dustborn. Donations.
Yeah, I bet.
Dustborn.
We got Heavily Jester with a 10. Bro, they race swap the guy who becomes a slave within the first few episodes of Kakegurai. Is first Snape, who is hung on a tree by Harry's father, now the person who becomes a slave in this anime. There you go.
Hey, we're moving up in the world.
Sir Paladin Thundercake for a 5. York's Torch gays say real men play Gears of War, but woke up sideways saying Doom is woke. Laugh my fucking ass off. Yeah, that's a weird one. That's a weird one, but expected because again, it's not about making sense. It's about just making sure
It's about making
you get
sense.
maximum
Yes.
engagement on Twitter. That's all
Correct.
it is. I'm telling you. True North, you know, if I'll tell you like this, if monetization went away on Twitter, these people would be gone.
Uh-huh.
And it's
100%.
wild because I know that there are people out there to say the same thing about us, but we've proven to be very resilient as much as they've tried to take down our channels. But I'm telling you right now, these people would never be doing this on Twitter otherwise. George Torchy, fucking JDA, never. Well, maybe JDA because he wants to sell his book. But aside from that, George Torch came out of nowhere. That's really it.
By the way, JDA, when you watch this, who know you will, Flash's book, A Good Guy Guarantees better than yours. Just saying.
Wasn't it Kate Bush that said something along the lines of like where he posted how much he made off of Twitter and said thanks for the engagement or some shit like that?
Yeah. He admitted to engagement farming.
Yeah.
And then posted he made like $400 or something like that.
Yeah, that's shit. So I mean, like that's pretty much what that's pretty much all they're doing is just engagement farming. Let them starve them
I
out.
could
Like
buy
that.
a lot of baby oil and OnlyFans subscriptions. Like, good for the guy.
You got to treat
True
them like
North for a
breakfast
10.
and
Smash
starve 'em out.
JT, our normie resident to gaming. Sounds about right. Thank you for the 10. Son the Lich for 10 months. Remember, bigots, if you're going through an extinction event of your species, don't forget to count every brown person. Only people who have played the game will understand that.
Yeah, I got that reference.
True North for a 10. Isn't Gamergate just urinalists attacking fans who just wanted to play games and gaslighting the normie public into thinking gamers are attacking fans? Are you talking about the original Gamergate?
I was saying,
Or?
that was what Gamergate 1 was,
Was,
the OG Gamergate. Gamergate 2 is a little bit different, but I mean, you're not too far off.
Yeah, when it comes to the original Gamergate, it was all about ethics and journalism. That's really what it was about.
Yep.
You know, it came to the understanding people, this all happened organically. There was no movement that was sparked by any group or cabal or whatever. It's just people finding out that the journalists that they were supposed to be trusting, for certain information, come to find out. Basically, I'll put it like this: people found out that access media is a thing. That's really what it is, man. Like access media is a thing, and it is all about saying the right things to get the right access, to get the right benefits. And people found out about it, and it was ugly. And it happened to be that women were using their vaginas to get what they want. And yeah,
for those of you that weren't there, dude, OG Gamergate was a big deal. Like, it was being talked about on like Fox News and reported on by Milo Yiannopoulos when he was relevant. Like, I was a fucking 4chan douche back in the OG Gamergate days. It was like we were all over that shit. It's Gamergate 2 is a bit different. Like at times I've been like, man, this is not the same in a far lamer capacity, but it's still very important.
What's funny is that Gamergate 2 actually proved a lot of the things that were conspirized from Gamergate 1, which is ironic. The stuff that they tried to tell you wasn't actually happening. Well, come to find out many years later, actually did happen. All of it pretty much happened. Far worse than we actually even knew about many years ago. And even more information came out after the fact. We got Archangelus for a 5. This guy's highly irrelevant. Well, if he was even in the first place, what a tragic existence. This guy's clinging onto anything, huh? Sounds about right.
The price you pay for being a cheerleader on just one platform. Why not start a YouTube channel? Be Discount Smash JT. Start your creator journey. Because if monetization on X fades away, then what?
Timu T, that's good.
Timu T is pretty good.
That's a good one.
Ryan, fix your fucking mic or stop talking, but you gotta pick one.
It's the noise gate. He's got a noise gate on that is not picking up certain frequencies he's talking at.
Oh, so I do apologize.
It's okay. Nobody for a 2. Smash AT. They named my chair Cheer Body. Oh, that's funny. True North for a 2. Discount Smash AT is Chair JT, and we love both. Yeah, I noticed that Smash JT's chair has become more famous than him at this point. I've noticed that. To the point where he had to put eyes on the chair.
Yeah.
That's a thing?
He has eyes on. He has big ass googly eyes on his chair now.
I'm surprised YouTube hasn't thought they're titties yet. You never know. Mo Zamboni for a 5. Beware that when fighting monsters, you yourself do not become a monster. For when you gaze long into the abyss gazes also into you. Sage advice.
Yep.
I feel like I just became so much smarter because of Mo
I thank
Zamboni.
you for my donation, but I have to fix my
By the way,
fucking
Mo
audio.
Zamboni is so fucking tall in real life.
Good. Sounds good now.
Man. He's a tall dude.
Dude, yeah, we met him in Vegas, and like I clocked him from like 100 yards. Like it's like, the fuck is that giant? Oh, it's just big, lanky, bearded Mo Zamboni walking up to the bar.
Fucking Craig is tall, bro. But like, bro, Craig.
Oh, yeah.
Craig. That motherfucker's a giant, bro.
Fringy's tall.
True North for a 5. Why are Rachel Zegler's eyes so far apart? It's the same as the Black Mermaid. Yeah, just like Halle Bailey. It's
Both
a thing.
Disney princesses, know what I mean?
It's a thing. It's weird. It's something, makes you wonder. Drug 3PO for 4 months says this is for one of the greatest chats on YouTube. Thank you, my good man. I know you're probably not in here right now, but I appreciate you. We got Miss Sparkles for a 5. Why do 2 of these men have blankets wrapped around them like girls? Pouty wants a Leon body pillow. She asked me to ask when that's happening.
I mean, after the Hondo plushies, maybe I can do a Leon body pillow. We'll see.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be weird. Randall Hess for 1 month. Enjoying the stream. Nice to see Yellowflash and SNH. Yeah, he's been on before. He's been a guest before, but we had scheduled to have him on this week. Eric Jenkins for 189. I finally get to say this. Creature. Nice try, bro.
Smokey!
Gray the Merchant for a 2. Give me Final Fantasy Tactics remake. It's close to 3 decades old.
Please.
Okay, here's the problem with that, because that's my favorite Final Fantasy game of all time. I do not think that they could do it justice. The game holds up. The pixel art is beautiful.
Not
like
wrong.
maybe an HD remaster like what they do with Dragon Quest, but I don't know that I want a full-on remake.
I just, to be honest with you, after what they did with 7, I
I don't. Want them to
I don't.
touch
I don't
anything.
want them to touch anything. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm out of it at this point.
But the rumors got 9 or that it'll be exact same.
There's a lot
was
of
so
rumors of
fucking
them
stupid.
remaking 9, and every time I hear about the rumor, I cringe inside.
Yeah,
I'm like,
because
I really don't want this to be true.
You know for a goddamn fact they're gonna clarify the whole argument between over whether
Q
oh
fuck,
shit, I forget her name.
What's that creature's name that you get
His
in the
name,
swamps?
excuse me.
What are we talking about? Queena?
Yeah.
Queena, thank you. Yeah, they're
There we
gonna
go, thank
fucking
you.
clarify whether Queen is a guy or a girl or whatever.
Yeah.
like-
It's a guy.
Yeah, it's a guy.
Agreed.
It's
It's
in
a
the
guy.
text. It's in the text. They're gonna clarify it as still a they. They're gonna say they. Let's be real.
Well, that's because now modern fans have taken over Queena, have said they're totally a non-binary icon that was always there since the beginning. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Queen was a fucking swamp monster. That's it. Like,
They
goddamn.
can't be. See, they can't be based like Eiji Aonuma. It's just be like, look, Link is a guy. He saves the kingdom, rescues the princess. That's it.
Literally.
They can't do that.
Literally. Besides, again, the only proof that we really have, because obviously you're not going to upskirt Queena, that's weird. The only proof that we have is Zidane's Protect All Women skill. It works
And it
on
doesn't
every
work on
female NPC in the game, but does not work on Queena. So that's all we have. Well, that and the text saying that it was a man in multiple different translations. So, but to be fair, there were some translations that say women.
Isn't that the whole reason of the controversy? There were some fucked up translations that called Queen as she, and that's why people believe this nonsense.
I think it was ironically the French translation called it a she.
Fucking
Ironically.
French, man. Every time.
Yeah. So that's just what it is. Let's see, where are we at? We
didn't read
Butter
this one,
Biscuit
sorry,
for
we
a
were
5.
talking.
Like as said, fucking gender ambiguity, fucking modern day California shit. Nice to see a few games not like that.
Cause you're so fucking boring.
That's got to be one of the most legendary rants.
That is a legendary fucking rant.
Yeah.
Every
We are
single
well
line is-
over a year or two later, and you still see people like posting that clip.
Yeah.
One of two ways. People are like, this is the time gaming changed. Or people are like, this talking thumb ruined gaming forever. But it stood in your mind a year and a half later, motherfuckers.
Bro, his shit, that rant is just as quotable as like classic Chappelle shows. Like very fucking quotable shit. Can't see past your own fucking reflection. That shit was great.
Shout out to you, Butter Biscuit. We got Roan for it too. The Decima engine is better than Unreal Engine 5.
Will it
Honestly,
educate an entirely new generation of games developers? I don't think so.
I've been saying this for a while. I don't know if this is true. I'm only going based off an assumption that just knowing what Epic Games usually does. But Epic Games' ideas of competing is by undercutting their competition by a drastic amount and purposely injecting themselves any way they possibly can within reason. So they did this with the Epic Games launcher, which is why they started offering free games, because they thought that was the way to bring people in outside from Steam. And I imagine they do something similar with Unreal Engine, where they offer probably one of the, because everybody's using it now for the most part. Like every new game that you hear about is fucking using Unreal Engine. It was never like that, but now it suddenly is. And I think what Epic Games is doing is they're desperately trying to offer these very aggressive, licensing packages to these developers to get them to want to use Unreal Engine 5. And obviously it seems to be working.
Speaking of Epic Games, did you see the Fortnite Star Wars skins, specifically the Chewbacca one?
No, I haven't yet.
Bro, it looks like a fucking methed out Furby. It is insane.
Really?
It's fucking hilarious. Yeah,
I gotta check that
Google
out.
Fortnite Chewbacca.
I gotta check that
Googling
out
that right now.
Might Mouse becomes a member all on their own. Shout out to Might Mouse. Thank you so much, man. We got Seen It Heard with a 5. I wonder how Unreal Engine's firewalls work if they ban whitelist and blacklist. Yeah, I don't think they banned it. I think what it is, it's one of those highly encouraged things, you know what I mean, where it's not like banned necessarily. And from what Levistro sent me something breaking down Unreal Engine. Apparently the male and female thing, like that's on the user side, that's not on the engine side. So it's definitely the developers choosing to do it versus Unreal Engine requesting it.
I covered this a few months ago, and I could be wrong / misremembering. it was banned, but they came up with other terms to like override them, so the functionality should still be the same in the code. It's just different terms now. Not that makes it better because getting rid of that's retarded, but
Yeah. It's one of the things, like, when it comes to coding, why the fuck are you thinking about inclusivity when coding?
Right.
Just fucking code, my guy. Like, what? Like, if you're sitting there coding and you're worried about, oh my god, if I use whitelist, all the black people who never gonna look at my code anyway are gonna feel offended. Bro, nobody looks at your fucking code, man. Like, you really think
I'm
that
not saying they don't exist, but I have never met a black coder. Like,
well, they do exist, just not
they exist.
Not in a large amount. It's just so ridiculous, bro. It's like this is trying to, you know what it is? Life is just too good for a lot of people, and they are trying to find things to be fucking mad about, any little thing, because like the Matrix taught us, when things are perfect, humans reject it. There has to be some level of controversy, nonsense, something like something has to be wrong.
Humans crave some sort of confrontation, some sort of wall to climb, some sort of obstruction, because that's how we get better. That's why we have the hard times create weak men create hard times create strong men. It's because it really is a cyclical thing. Once you've got weak, you've got weak men that create the hard times. You need to have the strong men that come up and overcome those, because humans crave overcoming strife.
Yeah, it's honestly ridiculous, but that's just where we're at. KVL for 3 months. No, Ryan. BGS will always want to use their own engine. Even the remake uses Creation as the foundation and Unreal Engine over top. There you go.
Thank you for your milestone.
Clad X with a 2. I got Oblivion today. It crashes at launch.
Nice.
Did you get both of them at once?
It's a feature,
man.
not a bug.
That's actually funny, bro. Oh man, Anime Mania 500 with a 2. Happy 1 year anniversary for Stellar Blade. Nice. Shout out, man.
Yeah, how's that PC port doing? It comes out in like June, right? That's when I'm going to play it.
Pretty soon, yeah.
Listen, I have not played Stellar Blade, and I probably never will. I have not played
Bro, I'm
Expedition
so
33.
pissed at Atreus. Like,
I've
he
never
was on
played
fucking New
Expedition
Black
33.
Street yesterday. Nah, I'm gonna bitch about this for a moment. This motherfucker was on New Black Street yesterday, being like, "Oh, I gave away my PS5. I hadn't played it in like a year." Bitch, I bought you Stellar Blade. You never fucking opened it. Now you don't even have the PS5. Fuck you.
It's amazing.
Bear Griff, it's to him. But I mean,
Bear
like, I
Griff.
never played Stellar Blade. I never played what's it again? Expedition 33. I can speak, I promise. But them soundtracks fucking slap. Them soundtracks are so goddamn sick. Have you heard the Stellar Blade soundtrack?
Of course.
Yeah, I heard it when I played it.
Bro, no, I mean, have you heard it without all the fucking sound effects on it? That's what I mean.
No,
The sound effects make it fun though.
The sound effects is that's like the feature of
Especially
playing the
when
game.
she's
Like, you
climbing
listen-
the ladder.
When you're listening to that shit, just oh my god, this guy. And when you're listening to the game, and you're listening to the fucking music, separate from the game, you're not thinking like you wouldn't even think to yourself, damn, this shit is for a video game. This shit's fucking
By the
wild.
way, Hypno, just need your opinion as a fucking expert, because my plan is full PC upgrade next month. I'm thinking of going with the AMD Radeon RX 7600. Is that the right way to go?
Say that again. AMD what?
Radeon RX 7600.
What's your goal though? Like, are you trying to like
not on low settings?
Yeah, but like longevity wise?
Yeah, I mean, longevity wise, I guess at the end of the day, my PC is mostly for content creation, video recording, editing, things to that effect. The gaming is just the icing on the cake. So as long as I
7600, you said, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's about equivalent to a 40, I think 60.
Oh, you do use NVIDIA? Okay.
I do. Yeah, I have a 4090. So that's why. I think it's equivalent to I'm trying to think. I mean, it's not bad. Like, it's an entry card.
Yeah, it was just, yeah, people in the comments saying go higher to future proof. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you what your objective is, because like when people ask me, "Oh, is this a good graphics card?" I'll say, "Okay, well, are you looking for, 3 to 4 years? Are you looking for 5 to 6 years? 10 years?" Because I try to build my computers to last like 8 to 10 years. That's what I like.
I
At
mean,
the
the one,
bare.
I've been running the same one for 7 years, so I desperately need to upgrade. So
Okay, yeah. I mean, anything at that point will probably be amazing. But if you could afford to bump it to mid level, I think you'd be happy. I'm not saying go like max, but don't go entry. Just go mid level. Try to go mid level tier. I think
Okay.
that'll be worth it. Let's see, what do we got? We got Son the Lich for ARS 100. Leon equals Knob Gobbler for Hod Tower. There you can go. You can also be a Scrotus.
Scrubber, sphincter,
A scrotum scrubber, or a sphincter spelunker. Pick your favorite.
I kind of like. Oh, it's Scrotus. I thought it said Socrates scrubber. I was like, I like Socrates
No,
scrubber. 'cause
I think he
sounds
meant to
so
say
nautical.
scrotum, but he couldn't say it. So that is amazing. Flip Shazam with it too. What the fuck is the white ghetto? West Covina?
I'll be real. It's the trailer park. I grew up my whole fucking life in the trailer park. Like, rock around these parts.
I'm not surprised. Mr. What's his name for 5 months? Yorch and JD Fury just really enjoying jerking each other off in the comments. Really shows how gay they really are. I'm really thinking, I know there's been pictures of Yorch, but if you told me they were the same person, I'd believe it. I'd believe it. I've only ever seen one on video, so that's why I would believe it personally. Gray the Merchant for it too. Remaster. LOL. That's what I want. LOL. Fair enough.
Thank you for your donation.
And then Butter Biscuit for it too. Leon AMD 7900 XTX.
Okay, I'll make a note of that.
That might be a little bit up there in the grifter money though. I forgot how much. Then again, AMD cards are a lot cheaper. So I don't know. If you could go for it, I mean, of course.
Well, I'll be real. While my videos are performing like shit, streams are doing very well, and I cannot be more appreciative of all you guys. You motherfuckers are just insane. I don't fucking deserve you. I want to do a basically the goal is I very well maybe going full time in the next few months, and if that be the case, I want to upgrade mic, PC, and camera, the whole nine. So,
congrats, man.
Thank you.
I think
it's still up in the air, but the potential is there. So I want to see. I've got test the next few months consistency, but I very well might be in that full time range. So we're gonna see how the next few months go.
Yeah, I think I went full time last year, February. I think the middle of February. So it's been an interesting ride. But yeah, definitely, man. If you could go full time, that is amazing. You guys deserve it. Everybody deserves that. I think we're fully caught up. No, we're not. I'm lying. Roan with a 5. LOL. I spent 4K on a new PC with a 5080 card just for games like Monster Hunter Wilds.
Man,
you are a legend. You are a legend. I mean, I would have, to be honest with you, I probably would have went crazy and upgraded my PC with a 5090 and everything like that. But then I heard how fucking awful they are, and I have completely decided not to do that.
Yeah,
I will wait until the next round and get another few years out of my PC, because I've had my PC since I think like 2 or 3 years. 2 years. No, damn. Yeah, 2 years. 2 years, because I've been doing YouTube 3 years, and I bought it a year into YouTube. So yeah, about 2 years or so, give or take, 2.5 almost. So yeah, if I could get another few years out of it and upgrade a little early, I'd be all right.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. All right, we are fully caught up everywhere. Shout out to all you guys. That was an insane fucking stream. Wow, we got to talk about 2 epic video games. That was a lot of fun. I know you guys tried to sneak in that Sinners chat. I saw that, but no, had to put a stop to that. You stop it. Thank you guys so much for all the insane support. Shut up. Let's do our outros, and we are going to start with Ryan Roger Athlete. Take it away. We're actually starting with Ryan.
Okay.
All right.
No, I was going to talk about my audio problem. I think the problem might be I'm too close to my mic. I don't know, though.
It's not. I think you're too far.
You're too far from the mic.
Okay, get closer then.
That's good.
Get
That's great.
Closer to the black thing. Okay, come on, camera. But as for me, folks, thank you all very much for watching whatever episode of this show is. Are we on 138? Just technically
138.
My 100.
Technically, it's 140 because we had a Rumble one.
Oh, it's too much to remember. But yeah, I'm actually on my 4th PC. I upgrade my PCs every year because I use a gaming PC now. So I'll be upgrading to parity hardware, not parity, parity hardware with everyone else early next year. So I'll probably end up spending $1,000, which is about $1,200.
Look at you spending $1,000.
Well, I got money.
Because I got
Y'all
free
are really
screens.
donating to fucking Ryan's channel, huh? This is
Look,
interesting.
I made
got
$600
money.
this month. People are resonating. While everyone's algorithms are fucking shutting down, I gained like 40, 50 subs in 2 weeks. It's insane, man.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's coming from. Maybe the 4chan video really did very well. But thank you very much for having me. Like the stream, share the stream, check out all these fine folks and fellow creators. Links in the description. Donations always welcome. As for me, I'll be on Will's show, which is later today for me, covering Disney Who and Shooty Booty Gatwa. And then for me, I'll make as many videos as I can. And Tangent Kings will be this Monday. Jay Viper is a guest. And I think Arzer, who is our bisexual regular, is recommending a guest as well. But that name escapes me. So, yeah, plenty of things planned.
Awesome. Quick shout out. Not only did we hit 9,000 subscribers on Hypnotic Manga, but we just hit 8,000 on Hypnotic Live. So that's badass. So both channels on their way to 10K. That's sick. Leon, take it away.
Yeah, well, first of all, for those of you that know, obviously I had a bit of a tragedy a couple weeks ago that caused me to miss my Sunday stream. So tomorrow, we hit goal on Friday to do another Sunday stream. So I'm just going to do my makeup stream and my normal Sunday stream all in one long go. So we're going to have a fucking massive stream tomorrow. We're going to start off with doing a bunch of reaction videos, then go into doing gaming. So all in all, show up tomorrow for the Sunday special, and then we'll be rating into Film Comics Explained. Niap, those know who he is. Great fucking creator. Can't wait to see him on SNH sometime in the near future. But I also make videos. They ain't been performing super well because fuck the algorithm. But if you guys are into covering Tesla vandalism or anime creators being based and saying fuck political correctness, or what's going on with Netflix saying they want to basically destroy the theater model, or just making fun of Grace Randolph in The Last of Us Season 2, I'm a variety dude. It's not just gaming. It is pop culture and politics as a whole with me. Check it out. Words of Paradise. Stream Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, and maybe even more in the near future. So, yeah, other than that, it was fucking great. Thanks. Check out the videos. Good show as always. Base Yellowflash comic. Order mine. Can't wait to read it.
Really quick, I don't know if anybody has quick access to call Atreus. I'm trying to rate him since he's doing Griffey the Clown, but I don't have access because he's on his fucking alt account and he doesn't have raids allowed. So tell his ass to allow raids, otherwise he's gonna miss out.
No,
I'll call him.
He's gonna miss out on a fucking big opportunity.
Let Sheep do his outro. Hold on.
Sheep City and good.
Well, for those that don't know, I am going to be seeing less of the internet because it's high time that I pull in some real money. Unfortunately, YouTube's not moving fast enough for me, and I can't draw as fast as I would like to. So I'm gonna get a job, basically. It's gonna be a nice job. I'm not gonna come home smelling like stale French fries, so that's good. But I will still be on SNH, best believe. I'm still gonna be a panelist here on the show. I'm gonna basically rework my schedule as far as streaming goes. May not be streaming, Monday to Friday or Tuesday to Friday, but I will be streaming as often as possible. So still subscribe to Still Sheep City, because if I start pulling the money there, then that'd be great. That that's that incentive to then pull me back into the internet like y'all want me to be. I hope.
I do.
There we
I
go.
I shared your stream.
Yeah, you did. I
always
appreciate
do.
that. Like, a bunch of people showed up. Man, that shit was great. I sat there just basically we just talking about some goopy ass shit. That was like a few streams ago. Go check that out because I'm not gonna repeat some of that stuff here on Hypno Stream. They get demonetized or some shit like that.
Absolutely not.
That said, go read some manga. Pick up Monsters We Make. It's a really good book.
Nice. Very nice. Kata, you ready?
Yeah. It's it's Kata. New member of Geeks and Gamers, by the way, if you didn't know. Your boy is now over there.
Kick this guy. Kick this fucking guy.
Guess you don't need us anymore, yeah. I can't say it on the show.
Crazy. It's only a matter of time before he leaves the show.
Yeah,
What can I say? I guess I got a habit, you know what I mean? So yeah, go to my channel where we are full time now.
Habit. That's what that was.
Because apparently I couldn't get the job that I was promised. So now we have to do full-time content. So we're still going to be doing the Techno Dome on Wednesdays. I'm trying to figure out what other days I'm going to be streaming. It'll most likely be during the actual day. So we're going to figure that out. But, you know, we have new Black Street Mondays and Fridays. Make sure that you hit the Friday or the Monday stream so you can see who's going to be on the Friday streams. This Monday, we have Tugs on. But I have Tugs on this Monday. That's going to be fun. And then Friday, we can't tell you until Monday. So look out for that. You know, a little griff action there. And then, yeah, we're just have the videos come out when they're coming out, whenever there's things to talk about. And yeah, just sub to your boy. We're on the road to 15K by the end of the year. So we're going to do it.
Shout out. All right. As for me, same shit. I might do a Griffcast tonight because I really want to play Expedition 33. I just normally can't on the weekends, but I'm going to try to figure out maybe a way I can. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed to Hypnotic Live. If you're not, if you want to see the gameplay, and check out Overall Gaming Reviews, where we talk about the actual game and not about how many black people are in the game. Aside from that, Hypnocast, obviously Sunday through Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Saturday Night Hypnosis, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Griffcast, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the official schedule. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. We got a lot of games we got to finish, so we're going to get through them and try to get them done. So shout out to all you guys again for liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting memberships, doing everything like True North. 405 says Hypno seems like a homosexual who is petty because he isn't the ultimate homosexual.
Valid.
You had me at the petty part. You definitely had me at the petty part for sure. For sure. Kata calls me petty all the time. So that's definitely true. The petty part, at least. The homosexual part, I think you're confusing me with Smash, but that's fine. All right, guys. Seriously, thank you for everything. I appreciate all the insane support. And again, shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single night. I appreciate you guys as well. But I am out. I am done. I am gone. And I will see you guys on the next one. And we're just going to go straight to the outro because I still haven't figured out a copyright-free clip to play at the end. So fuck you too. Okay, bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you get.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck it, yeah, John. Put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it we eat and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! 'Cause that's all we fucking know! 'Cause we're boring! We're so fucking Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring light. I bring light. I bring light. I bring light. I bring light.